Okay, I'm ready. Roll call, right?
I didn't open the meeting yet.
Oh, sorry.
Are we
I'm
ready?
being silly.
Okay,
I'm being
all
silly.
right, it is now, are we on? Are you
Yep,
guys
you're
recording?
on.
Are we
You're on right
Zoom?
now. You're on Zoom, but we're not taking, because it's a work
Oh,
session.
sure.
But I'm
Okay,
recording
all right, yes,
everything.
ma'am. Okay,
Thank you.
what's today's date, Ms. Ren?
The second
of September. Okay, good evening, everybody. Today is December the 2nd. The time is, it's probably 7:05, unless that clock has been fixed better. It's 7:05, and we're opening the meeting. Can you call the roll, Ms. Ren?
Yes, Mayor Linda Monroe,
Here.
Councilmember Amanda Anderson,
Here.
Councilmember Anita Anderson, Mayor Pro Tem Chu,
Here.
Councilman Ford is running late. Councilman James is not here. Council, yeah, thank you. Mr. Williams, Town Administrator, Chief of Police not here, Neighborhood Services not here, Town Attorney not here, Town Clerk not here, HR Manager here. Oh, Mr. Ralph Green. Okay.
At the public meeting budget review, we will have our accountant, right?
Yes,
Okay,
but she has classes on Monday nights.
she's our accountant. We need to speak with her.
Of course, but I can answer all the questions that you might have for her.
She is the accountant. We need to interact like normally, what you normally interact with your counsel, with your accountant.
Okay,
So we will have to have a separate meeting with her.
sure,
You bring her, the mayor and council, but we do need to speak to our accountant.
sure. I
Yeah.
mean, the town treasurer, she's not accountant, but town treasurer,
I
yes.
thought you-
Okay, yeah.
Accountant.
Yeah, no, no
She likes
treasurer,
to keep-
town treasurer, yes. Okay, no problem.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Or we can schedule the mid-year budget review to another day. The
please.
accountant present. She's an accountant. She has to be present because she runs our budget, supposed to.
Okay, but I do have information if you do require it, in case if you have time today, because I know there's a lot of things going on.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
there's a lot of things going on,
That's fine.
just in case.
You-
Sure.
You understand that?
I do.
Of an accountant.
Of course,
Okay,
of course.
okay.
Okay.
All right, so Ms. Ring, you want to do we're gonna approve the agenda? Can I
Yeah.
get a motion, please?
I think there's an addition.
Oh, yes, ma'am. You said 2 minutes.
2 minutes to do the code draft.
Okay,
We can do it, and before we start doing this personnel manual, it's short and
you
sweet.
want to do it real quick? Okay,
Is it before personnel manual?
okay.
For the personnel manual, it's short and sweet.
Councilmember Amanda. Was that approved?
Is it okay? Huh? Was that approved? So addition of cold drive
Yeah,
Um,
we're good.
before personnel manual.
Okay, so now yes, ma'am.
I just wanted to remind the council to make sure you speak loud and clear, because I watched the recording since I wasn't here last week, and it is hard to hear people. So just out of courtesy for those who take minutes and who rewatch the videos.
Did you hear me?
Sometimes it's for everybody,
We have
then
to do better, right?
we all can speak louder.
No, that's good, that's good. Thank you. Okay, can I get a motion to move? Motion to move the agenda? Yes, ma'am. Second? Any nays? Okay, can you call the roll, please?
Okay,
On that,
On that?
motion for the agenda, please.
sure, no problem. It's Councilmember Amanda Anderson,
Yes.
Miss Anita Anderson,
Yeah.
Mayor Pro Tem Chu,
Yeah.
Ford's not here, James not here, Councilman Williams. Okay, so it's 4 ayes and 0 nays, approved.
I know you know this by heart. I know you.
Yes.
Uh,
No, I'm not
The
gonna read
meeting
this.
rules, whatever. I know you know by heart.
I'm gonna read
Yes,
it.
you do.
Okay, I'm ready. So I'm gonna read the meeting rules. So rules for speaker, the mayor and council invite and welcome comments at public meetings. The mayor or chair will recognize you. Please introduce yourself at the podium, spelling your last name for recording purposes, and give the name of your street and block number, example, 4300 block of 34th Street. Time limits for speaking are indicated on the meeting agenda. While speaking, please maintain a courteous tone and avoid personal attacks. If you wish to lodge a complaint about the performance or contact of any town employee, please bring your concern to the attention of the town administrator, who will look into the matter and respond to you. As a courtesy to the other residents and businesses, the council requests that speakers not use specific addresses or names of the individuals when describing a situation or making a complaint, unless the name or address is essential to an understanding of the situation or complaint. Noting the block is preferred over a specific address, code enforcement and public safety issues should first be brought to the attention of the appropriate department. Thank you.
Okay.
Um,
Are there any, who will go, Miss Red, or any public comment?
No, because we're not, yeah,
Anybody on?
no.
Okay. Personnel manual review.
Going before the first person.
Oh, yes, ma'am. My mistake.
Just wanted to bring to everyone's attention the yearly coat drive that will be coming up. Oh, geez, my flyer. But the coat drive will be on January the 18th from 2 to 4 in the community room. You can drop off coats at the town hall or the police department between now and then. We're asking for new and slightly used, gently used coats, hats, gloves, socks, anything that'll keep people warm for the winter.
The 18th, Councilwoman,
Yes.
and what time? What are the hours?
To the 4.
2 to 4? Okay.
Well,
Would you be able to send it to me in another format? Because I'm not able to open still.
the,
You want me to send it for me?
Please. Are you able to do it from your phone?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I was able to do it earlier, but not able to at this point.
Oh,
It's beautiful.
what here, you can see it here, she can't print it, so.
But
Oh,
Miss Amanda's
wow.
gonna send it to the printer.
Who
and
did
have
it?
Printed.
Amanda did that for me.
I'm not surprised. She does great graphics. Okay.
So we'll be doing that. We're partnering with this other organization they've been collecting coats and they'll be bringing theirs. It's a Fit Gym.
Mhm.
It's in Capitol Heights. They're going to be bringing their coats. They're collecting coats since last month, so they have several coats they're going to bring to the coat drive. And we're doing that this year.
Okay, you running it through TA? Or you know about it?
She knows about it.
That's what I meant. Okay,
Yeah.
good. I just, yeah,
I believe she did this last year as well.
no, she's partnering with somebody. The
Oh,
town is
oh.
not her, the town.
Well, they're just going to be helping. But they're bringing their coats.
There we go.
Come on in.
Thank you, Miss Amanda. Here you go.
Yeah.
Here you go. This right there.
Oh.
It's very
Look.
nice. Hi, sir.
Look.
How are you?
Look.
Get your chair.
Look
I'm
at
sorry.
that.
I'm gonna.
No, thank you. Okay,
Here's your
That's
thing.
fine, yeah.
Sir.
So,
okay.
Presented it and I'm gonna step up for my 30 days.
According to that resolution we put in.
For 30 days. That's what
Oh. Okay, okay, we're gonna start with, the input of two people here, Councilwoman Amanda and Mr. Green. Who wants to start if you
you
two?
on page 39. What page? We stopped on 39.
Well, by him being here, we need to go back to what he has, because I don't think he's here you're here for the first portion, right, Mr. Green? He doesn't have the second portion. We have to go with what he has. He has the first portion, so we need to knock that out and close it out.
So
That's what
the
he's here
first
for.
portion is starting at page 1.
Councilmember Amanda,
Yes, ma'am.
I'm just a little confused because we still have 20 more pages to go through. So,
We were hoping we're gonna go through that and then come back.
But he's here tonight. This is not gonna, he's here tonight, he's here tonight based on the action item that was requested of him. And he was going to present both sections tonight, but he didn't get the second changes yet. So while he's here tonight, he gets off at 5. He needs to present on what he's got.
Okay.
Was that as the changes that were made for the first,
Yeah.
first go around?
Do you have this? You don't have the second, right?
No. at
Yeah, okay,
first
that's
I
where I'm
have-
going.
We have,
so Councilmember
first-
Miranda?
One at a time. Go ahead. You say?
I said, we have the changes that we were making in an
First.
electronic document.
Yes.
But I was told that we could go through the first half, come back to mayor and council, discuss it, then go to the second. But we wouldn't discuss it until we complete the entire, is what I was. And so all
Well,
the changes have been made, then I'd come back and report all the changes that you, as mayor and council, recommended. Then I come back and say, these are all the changes that I've made. This is the one. That was my.
But you don't
understanding.
have it.
Right.
You can't do it that way.
I can't do the second part. And the first part, I wasn't prepared to actually talk about it because I thought we were going to go through the last 21 pages that were made. That was my
No.
understanding.
The first part has been over a month.
Okay.
So we asked you to do, when Councilwoman Amanda came to you, she asked you to do that for the next meeting. But we didn't have it for the next meeting because you didn't get that until a day or two before the meeting. You said you got that first part late. So we couldn't do that. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. So where we are now, a month later or so, do you have the first part done?
Councilmember Amanda?
Excuse me. Do you have the first part done?
The first part is done. I made the
Okay.
edits and recommendations for different language,
Okay.
different sections. That's been done and on the electronic version that Amanda and I were working on, the working document.
All right.
So it has been done, the first part.
So. Okay, now I'll come, go ahead, Councilwoman Amanda.
Yeah. After the first meeting that we had, it was within just a few days after that, within a week, I came to Mr. Brown and TA Brown and shared all those. What did I say?
Brown.
Mr. Green, wrong color, my bad. Mr. Green and TA Ren and shared those, and then we got the document into an electronic document, and then we were making changes in that. After the second meeting, I have not had a chance to meet with Mr. Green yet. I sent an email not long before I got here explaining. But I was not under the impression that he had to have all of that prepared today. What I thought we talked about at our last meeting was that when we got through the final thing, all of those changes would then be presented and we would approve or disapprove based on some of the recommendations. A lot of the changes, we know what they are. It's just changing a word here or omitting this fraction of this section of the sentence out. But some of the things that we needed guidance on, Mr. Green would prepare those for us. So I haven't talked to Mr. Green since we met, since the second time we all met at this table. So I'm not sure what direction he's been given by whom, but we have not met since then. And I was not under the impression that he had to have all those prepared by today, or I would have figured out some way to meet him.
Well, my notes and the dates, we are actually supposed to be done with this personnel manual. So, and we're going after, up in the first, we're starting on the charter. I'm looking at all the dates. After some early in December, January, we took a break in between and we're going on the charter. So we know that, I'm sorry if you misunderstood. He was supposed to, the agreement was, and I'm only going by my notes. The agreement was he was going to get it for us to come back to the next meeting. Because it wouldn't make sense for us. You realize now we're going into January.
That's fine.
So if I confused anybody, then that's my regret, but that's not my recollection. That's not what my notes say. So where we where we are now is, you said your electronic version. Do you have anything at all to present tonight? Is that why you're here, or you have nothing?
No, I was asked to be here, Balance. It was not my impression that I was going to present. I was going to be part of the discussions when you're talking about various aspects of each of the handbook sections. But I was.
Well, we're
it was not-
halfway through the manual.
I
So that's why I'm saying that,
But clearly no one explained that to me, which is what I'm explaining.
yeah,
Councilman Chu.
okay. Well,
So 20 pages left to go through.
Yeah.
That's what I thought we were gonna do tonight.
well,
That was my understanding.
we were supposed to finish all the pages before, but
No, tonight was supposed to be last night. according
we
to
were
the
supposed to
schedule.
be done with this. That's what
We
I'm
didn't
going
get
with.
done.
Well, I know that. That's what I'm saying. Don't beat me up now.
I'm not
I know
beating you
that.
up.
So I'm saying, if there was a misunderstanding, I will take it, but that's not what the agreement, so to speak, with the council was. So where we are now is, you really didn't have to be here tonight. You waited, now you might as well stay. You're welcome to join, but you didn't have to be here and wait this time because we're going to finish up the last amount, which we should, according to the calendar, we were supposed to finish this last go round, but we didn't even get 50% done. So how many pages, Councilman Miranda, did you say we had?
Tonight was supposed to be the last night. to finish.
But everything,
No, all of our edits.
We haven't gone through the last 20 pages together
I
as a
know.
council. So how could it be completed by tonight if we haven't done it yet?
No, she's got.
No.
20 pages. That's what I said. Tonight was supposed to be our last night to finish these last 20 pages. So
everything.
The 20 pages.
We were supposed to be done with this personnel
But
manual.
what if we had changes to make in these last 20 pages?
That's fine, but we didn't get the pages. That's not anybody's fault. We didn't get it finished last time like we should have. So we are behind schedule. That's what I'm saying, point blank.
Mhm.
And so I'm saying the schedule was done so we could stop fooling with this personnel manual. And I'm saying this with respect.
that's what I'm gonna be there.
So go ahead.
Can I just make a suggestion? I hear everybody and I hear all the communications, but, we probably gonna spend another 10 minutes trying to
You're right.
decide on
You're right.
who's right, who's wrong. So my suggestion is, can we just finish the last 20 pages? And then at that time, Mr. Green will have all of the edits. And so then he can go in and complete what we did the last time that, Councilman Amanda didn't give him yet. But she can take him that, and any changes that we have tonight, we can get to him, and then we can be done with it. And then the only thing we do is review the
Well,
edits.
that's all we can do. I mean, that's where we are now. That's what I'm saying. We are, he's welcome to join. That's where we are. So
Thank
let's
you.
move on, roll on. Let's move. Okay, what page are we on now, everybody?
39.
39, okay. All right. I got several copies here, so. Don't wait for me. Somebody start reading for me. I'm trying to see which, because I got three versions here. DA, remember you gave us so many last time?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Okay. So 39, employee grievances, is that where we are? Okay,
I don't have any changes.
okay. Are you reading along with us,
I am.
sir?
I
You see
am.
anything?
I have a
Under
question.
benefits.
Uh-huh.
I have a question.
This is the one she gave me. I got three of them. One, this is two. Yes, ma'am.
With their separation, it doesn't say anything about unemployment being able to
What section?
page 39.
39. Uh-huh.
Can I stop us real quick? She needs the correct one. Where's your other one?
See, I started writing.
Or else it's not gonna make sense.
Tia, can you take a copy for the mayor?
Yes, of course.
Please.
September 3rd.
Yeah, I was doing edits on this one.
This meeting from 39.
Okay.
You sure? Because I was doing edits on this one here, the loose one. I was doing edits on this one. Then I don't know. You want me to go
Thank you.
here? But it's no 39 in this pack.
It may be 40.
Yeah, because I think we did the first.
Okay, see, all right, I'm gonna have to get another one then, because this one,
She's making copies of them now.
Okay,
You have this one, right?
Yeah.
Started with this. which
Yep.
we're doing.
okay.
Same one we have.
It's regular status employee. Can I ask my question now?
Yes, ma'am.
Unemployment,
Thank you.
Sorry.
I don't know why I keep giving you.
Good, what is the question? She's trying to ask a question.
I said it twice already, with regards to unemployment, it doesn't state anything what.
You see that, sister?
Yeah.
Page 39.
Thank you.
It's the correct one.
Okay, I got, this is my fourth one. That's okay. I'm gonna get a clip for this. I'll get a clip and I'll, okay.
You should definitely add unemployment, and then you should also, I would extract including wages due and put in any unused PTO, which would include vacation time.
Where you at, Mr. Green?
Can
please?
you, put that in your notes, so you know, change it?
I'm sorry,
Put it in your notes.
I-5, you saying what?
Where it says, including wages due, I would include unemployment, to be eligible to apply for unemployment.
Yeah, that's what it's
And, to take out wages due, because wages due will be automatic upon termination. And I would also take out where it said, the same paragraph where it says accrued annual leave, I would take out compensatory time. Compensatory time is not paid out.
Should the same thing be under I-4 death where it says incompensatory time?
Yes, same thing.
Anything else on that page, sir?
Reading through it really quickly.
Exit interview, don't you, that, this says may be requested, exit interviews are generally required.
So I was gonna say, instead of saying maybe,
Should
be, will be required.
Yeah, will be required. Now, if they don't do it, that's different, but it should be required.
Where you guys?
We're on the I-7.
All employees may be requested to provide an exit interview.
Will be
Will be
required.
required to participate in.
So may be required to participate in.
So back to the unemployment, so we paying into unemployment for every employee.
Very important. There's a,
So if they go and apply, they should be able to get it.
they should, it depends on the time, the reason for termination. They don't automatically get it. It's determined by the review board of the Maryland State Unemployment. So if they leave in good standing, if they don't leave in good standing, I still have to write a reason for termination on the unemployment documentation. And the review board at Maryland Unemployment makes the determination. But from my experience, they're not, even when you've left on an involuntary basis, they're not always entitled to unemployment. But I will tell you that based on my experience, Maryland is a very employee-friendly state. So more often than not, they're going to get it even if they were terminated for cause.
Okay. I heard you, but I didn't.
I'm sorry.
Just go ahead.
It's really okay.
I'll be okay.
Could you repeat everything?
Yeah, what I was saying is that at the time of termination, whether it's voluntary or involuntary, Maryland is a very employee-friendly friendly state. And even if, when I've seen cases where employees were terminated for cause due to gross misconduct, and the HR puts on there not eligible for rehire, and they still get unemployment. So it really just depends on the domicile state.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Green.
Sure.
for the clarification.
Okay, we're down to, I have are we down to Article J now? Okay, mine is notwithstanding anything else in this personnel manual, this article applies to all officers. We don't have any officers,
Yeah, police officer.
but that's not the same. Doesn't mean police, it's officers. Officers, you can be an officer in a company. That's not a police officer. It's police officers are employees.
Well, the chief is the officer working on the contract.
In
He's
this
still
case,
an employee. Do you understand what I'm saying, Mr. Green?
I do. I think she's talking like at the board level, like some
Yeah,
organizations.
We're not
have
officers in this town.
officers actually of
Okay.
the organization.
So what are you saying? X that out?
I would take it out because it's misleading.
So that means B needs to come out too.
What?
If we're taking out A, B needs to come out. We don't have any officers.
No, we're not taking out A, we're just taking out the word.
Just officers.
Oh, it's just taking
Under
out
B,
B.
you still have
Yeah.
department heads and supervisors.
Okay.
So that covers leadership.
Okay, can we move on to page 40?
Before we move on, I did have one more recommendation.
Mhm.
For like new applicants that are applying. There has been a modification in the state law that definitely says that convicted felons can apply, and you cannot have any type of, have you had a felony in your past type of question on the current application.
So that needs to be added.
That needs to be added,
Okay.
the language related to that.
Oh,
Can
when
you
would
put
that
that in your
go?
notes?
I'm writing it down.
Okay,
Convicted felons can.
They can apply, and employers can ask on the application if they've ever been a convicted felon.
Is that only in this case, is that only in the state of Maryland?
Now, by the board,
you did that, yes?
this was 7 to 8 years.
Because you know, government, you go on, USA Jobs, they still ask that question. That's why I asked. They don't say, are you a convicted felon? They said, have you been arrested and charged with a felony? The next question is, were you convicted? And then it has explained.
Absolutely,
Okay, thank you for that.
sure.
Okay, we move on 40?
Yes.
All right. I'm just curious to know, under the harassment, is it, because I know some personal manuals say that they will put in there and say that you have to sign that you've received the training. Is that something we should put in there?
Well,
Because a lot of them, I do know that for a fact, it's in their manual, and it says the employee has to get it and sign that they got it.
so employees will normally, after going through harassment training and or reading the harassment policy, they sign a disclaimer.
But
They go
should we
to-
put it in here?
Yes.
Okay. Everybody good to go to 41?
So under J4, I think we should change A, because oftentimes the harassment is coming from a person in a leadership position. So the employee may not be completely comfortable going to their immediate supervisor. So is it clear they go to one or the other? Or is their interpretation the same as mine, that they have to go to the immediate supervisor first?
I think it's just everybody, Councilman Neal.
Okay, I'm confused with the question, Councilman Benita.
No, he was saying it's like the person has being harassed and through their supervisor, you know, should they still go to their supervisor? I wouldn't suggest anybody to. I think they should go to HR.
That's what I was suggesting,
Oh, yeah.
that instead of going to the
I think they
supervisor.
should go to HR.
A lot of times the harassment is coming from.
You can say HR/town administrator.
Government has ombudsman. But we don't have, I'm just saying, so that knocks out the supervisor if you have a complaint.
Because if the HR, let's say we don't have an HR manager,
Oh, okay.
then the next person would be the town administrator. So I'd say put HR/T at town administrator. Because if it's their supervisor that's harassing them.
Okay.
They need to go to HR to file their complaint. If we, God forbid, we don't have one, like we went for a while without one, then the next person would be the town administrator.
Mr. Green, how's that sound?
I've indicated it on here, so.
Okay.
Number A.
Councilwoman Chu, so are we taking away?
You?
Yes,
So are we taking away the 3 bullets, A, B, and C, and just putting town administrator slash
no,
HR?
HR/town.
Because the town administrator's already down here.
Oh, yeah.
Where are you?
So I,
J4.
I think you're right, you should have moved B and C, just let A.
Oh, we did go.
Reside as.
Thank you.
Right.
Town
Okay.
As
administrator.
primary, as primary.
Yeah, okay.
So HR and town administrator, and then the other three are obsolete.
Anything else on 40? Okay. Review of harassment, discrimination complaint. It shall be the responsibility of the town administrator. Obviously, it would be the HR person. So we want to put HR and both of them, because let's say somebody, we don't, so we don't have to keep changing this manual. Very, is it? Okay.
Councilwoman Chu. Right above, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, the town administrator may delegate the investigation to another town official. Yeah, you don't,
Where you
yeah,
at?
Where's that?
same paragraph,
J5.
that needs to come out. Sure. But you don't want to say delegate to another town official, we're not using that word. True.
Here in the italicized paragraph, it says, after receiving a complaint of alleged unlawful harassment or discrimination, who's receiving the complaint? Should it be somebody in there? Because it's just,
HR, not for them, because he already knows.
But you made reference to it earlier in a different.
On the other page,
Yeah.
file your complaint with HR or the TA, so you already know that's where it's going.
okay.
Mhm. So you would need to put it there, but when you're saying, when you said, Mayor, you said review of harassment discrimination, it shall be the responsibility of the HR and town administrators coordinator.
How you want to word it, I'm just saying it should
To
be,
be consistent.
yeah, whatever you want, I don't care how you word it, I'm just
I
saying.
say HR or the town.
Oh, you want to say or,
Yeah.
Mr. Green?
The town administrator may delegate the investigation to another town official.
I think,
So that should come out.
yeah.
I would.
I would do that in.
No, official, we took the word official out.
Um,
We are not officials
okay,
on the staff, that's what I'm saying.
So what are you gonna put in there? We're gonna take.
Why would she want to delegate it?
Yeah.
I don't know, it's just, I mean, that's just in there.
The
We don't
town
have to keep
administrator
that.
may delegate the investigation to
To
another.
the, I would go as far as the assistant TA if we have one, but I wouldn't, I'm just using that. I wouldn't go to
I
say,
think that's where this was going though, because it's saying,
What?
just bear with me, y'all. Review the harassment or discrimination, it shall be the responsibility of the HR or town administrator to coordinate the investigation and review the complaints or alleged unlawful harassment or discrimination. The town administrator may delegate the investigation to another.
employee, e.g., chief of police. You could say something like that.
I'd rather do that, but not.
But you wouldn't say official, because they're not, your staffs are
Okay,
not
I'm
official.
saying, so
You want to say another employee, e.g., chief of police?
another senior,
Okay,
another senior.
Seniors.
Staff
staff.
member?
Town staff.
Mhm. So another senior town staff. member. Staff member.
okay.
Okay.
Anything on this one? You good with this, Mr. Green? Can we go to
Yes.
43?
42.
So 42. Okay, 42. I see this right away. We have governing body in here, but we don't have that anywhere else, so governing body, if you first use it in the beginning of the personnel manual, you would identify who the governing body is and use it throughout. But to put it in here in the middle of this, we have to backtrack and change a lot of stuff.
Councilman Chair, it's in previous page too, on page 41.
No, is it in the beginning?
Oh.
So that's what I'm saying. I understand.
Oh, okay.
If you use it in the middle, you gotta start using it from the very beginning. Because when you reference the council, we have not, that's what I'm asking. I'm asking a question. If we done that, use mayor and council in the beginning and didn't refer to them as governing body, you just can't put governing body in the middle of this without an explanation of who the governing body is.
So change that word. to-
That's what I'm saying.
To mayor and council.
Uh-huh.
Change that word.
I hear you. She's talking.
To mayor, change it to mayor and council then.
Okay.
As opposed to taking governing body out. just
Okay.
change it To mayor and council.
Does that make sense?
But
Okay.
we use mayor and council in the beginning.
Yeah, I'm just saying it has to be consistent and
I
make
guess you
sense.
would have the wordsmith, you would have, Mr. Green would have the wordsmith and anything else that says governing body change it to say mayor
Yeah,
and
I'm
council.
just saying the use of, no, the use of in the document.
It's in the beginning. It's on page 10. It talks about the governing body compromises the mayor and the council of the town. Power and authority, the mayor and council and town administrator. And it talks about the governing body, town administrator signifies the town administrator of the town or any individual designated by the governing body to act in the capacity. So it's throughout, but it's not in a
Is
terms
that the
of
definition?
consistency.
Is that the definition or that's on the
That's the
preface?
definition.
That's, okay, see, it's not, that's the definition, but it's not used throughout the manual. What you can do is, the first part of the manual, you can say, your preface part, you can say, hereinafter referred to as a governing body. That's all you have to do is put a sentence in the beginning of this. Mayor and council hereinafter referred to as a governing body, somewhere in the council. You yield for Ford, Councilman Ford? Yes, ma'am. Ford?
So that's what I was going to point out, that we have definitions in the document
Mhm.
and it clarifies the meaning of it
Okay.
throughout the document as you're reading. It's in the beginning.
That's what
of
she
the-
said, right?
Yeah.
But
No,
you would want it in the body, because everybody doesn't go to beginning like you and me. So you want it in your body. When you write a document, you clear, and I assure you, I'm not preaching down, I'm sure you all know this. When you write a document and you're going to use a particular term throughout your document, it is hereinafter referred to as that term.
So that's what I'm sure. So I have, because I just want to make sure I'm understanding, because that was the definition where I read. But going through, like in Article General 1, it does use the approved by the governing body. Then in here, it says manual and other personnel guidelines endorsed by the governing body.
No, I'm not saying that's wrong. I'm saying, but you put an explanatory sentence in your beginning of your document.
Oh,
There's a
so
definition in the beginning.
No,
it says
but
that.
your definition is not the same as your body of the document, your table of context or whatever it is. You're using the governing body in lieu of mayor and council throughout your document. That's not, the definition is not the same. It's not the same.
So, okay, so you said, so I see what she's saying. So you saying that.
I'm not being sarcastic. I
Yeah,
write
no,
a lot
I
of
know,
proposals.
I know.
And I
So
know.
what you're saying is, okay, this is the definition right here. We give the definition. But then as we begin to go into the body of the document, it uses, in some cases, it's actually using the governing body.
Right, instead of
So-
in lieu of, and you can say in lieu of, this document will read in lieu of or
Right, but
hereafter.
where does that
You can
go?
do it in your opening beginning, whatever you
Okay.
do. We didn't even address that, but you should put it in there.
So,
Councilwoman Anita, after Councilwoman Amanda.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
yield, sorry, I
Oh,
yield.
you yield, Councilwoman Amanda?
I guess my question is answered. I don't know of a time where it ever says mayor and council. I've only seen governing body used or elected official.
That's not what I'm saying. In
Other than
lieu
the,
of,
other than the one
in
part.
lieu of, you do understand that.
Yes, Mayor,
Okay.
you're talking over me, so let me finish what I'm saying.
Yes, ma'am.
What I'm saying is, ultimately, you're just asking for a statement to be put in at the beginning of
Mhm.
the document. Okay.
and exactly, what is it to say again?
And where would it go?
Yeah.
Still
It's okay for you to ask, though. It's okay. She'll get me, but it's okay for you to ask. I'm just messing with you. Okay,
I
Mr.
call for the full.
yes, ma'am, you, go ahead. Who was?
I call for after Amanda.
I was just saying
Oh,
previously.
yes, ma'am.
I hear what you're saying, Mayor, but I also see, and I think we're doing too much of being redundant, because in our definition, it does say what governing body means, being comprised of the mayor and council of the town. It's already there, so if anybody wanted to question who's the governing body, it states there, mayor and council.
You can do what you, I'm not gonna argue, and I say this with respect. I write a lot of documents. I do, for my job, and I'm just telling you, that is the proper way to do it. So, if whatever y'all wanna do, I'm fine with it.
Councilwoman Mayor,
Yes.
I don't,
You do yield?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Okay.
it doesn't bother me if there's a statement in there that satisfies, all parties, that's fine with me. My question is, moving throughout, is governing body the term that is, desired to be used
Ma'am?
versus any other term? Because, what we can do is if there is, just for consistency's sake is my question, is governing body what we want to use? Because then we can go into the electronic document and we can type in governing body, and every time that pops up, we will make sure that it's saying exactly what you all want to say. There you go.
That's a good question, Councilman Floyd.
Yes, I'm in agreement with that. I know the original previous personnel manual always stated governing body. So I'm not sure how the wording got changed in this manual. I thought we referenced mayor and council. That's the whole point of this conversation.
They were talking about governing, the word governing body.
Yield?
I know, thank you.
Yeah, my only thing was in lieu of, that's why the term is throughout, in lieu of mayor and council. That was nice. We don't have to keep dwelling on it. Okay, what's next, y'all? What's next? Are we good, Mr. Green? Where are we?
Yes.
Okay. You got something? Oh, I thought you had something. You want to share? It's not, oh, okay. Okay, so we're on, 42, 43. Which one?
43.
Okay. Anonymous reports employees. Is that a run-on sentence or am I reading it wrong? D, is that a run-on or am I reading it wrong?
It's a run-on.
That's the one.
And I'm looking it up. No retaliation the town prohibits. Is that another run-on?
Excuse me.
See, they just have the beginning of stuff and it runs as a sentence.
Yeah, there should be a period.
Is
after
it
the-
me?
Same thing, C, D, and E.
The other ones have a period, you know, and then it goes to a sentence. But is that, are they run-ons?
All three of them.
All three, yeah. No, actually, B also
What's
on
that?
the previous page too.
B2?
B on the previous page.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
The night,
I'm sorry. Does somebody want the floor?
the light, the light.
Anybody want the floor? Okay, I'm gonna try to move slower, see, because I thought everybody had read through this stuff. That's why I was moving faster, but I'll go slower.
Councilmember Amanda,
Yes, ma'am.
on, page 43, K1, political activity,
Okay.
Under-
Okay.
K1, political activity, and under
Oh.
C, any employee desiring to become a candidate for the town elected office shall first take leave of absence without pay or resign. Should an employee on leave of absence without pay be unsuccessful in seeking such elected office, blah, 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 blah. My question is, how soon, like how much leave of absence do they take? Is it like so much before the election takes place, or is it, like, how would that work? If anyone can help me understand what this is saying.
You know for an answer? Mr. Green, I don't know the answer either. Can you help us?
Well, the election normally runs for 4 weeks, 6 weeks. What do we do? What do we do?
You want the floor?
Councilwoman Anita,
Uh-huh.
can someone say how long did we campaign? Was
Oh.
it 6 weeks?
March, usually the first week in March till May the 5th or 6th. How long is that?
That's 12 weeks.
Roughly 12 weeks?
Councilmember Amanda,
Yes, ma'am.
I didn't yell.
should it,
Sure she did. You yelled, Councilman. You yelled, okay. Oh, don't over talk now. Councilwoman Amanda.
I'm wondering if it should say something more specific, that they would need to take a leave of absence. They would either need to resign or take a leave of absence from the date of the nomination convention. Is that what we call it?
Naming convention.
What do we call it?
Naming convention.
Naming nomination?
Nomination.
The nomination convention until election, right?
Mhm.
Because that's when they would be officially their name would be put out for running for office. So that's a suggestion I offer. I yield.
Okay. Can you say that again, Councilman Amanda? I'm not being sarcastic.
Sure.
Yes, again.
I'm saying that, should an employee be eligible and want to run for political office,
Mhm.
they would either need to resign or take a leave of absence from the nomination convention, beginning on the date of the nomination convention, ending on the date of the election. If they're elected, then they obviously don't return to work, and if they aren't elected, then the job hasn't been filled, I would assume they can try to have their job back. The last part is a question,
Oh, whoa.
but the first
Yeah,
part,
okay.
does that make sense, what I'm saying?
What, they're taking a leave of absence.
I know.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, she didn't yield, but may I answer that? Because this is weird. This whole paragraph is weird because it's saying
Did they come back?
we don't double dip. I don't know that. I'm just saying that in the past, it's been the position of the council. You cannot be on the council and work for the town. So that's what this is saying.
They would resign if they.
No, it said, read the rest of it. They are not permitted to wear or display political or signs in their person on town during on-duty hours.
But if they're running for the position, they can resign.
Or took leave of absence.
Took
But
leave
it
of
said
absence.
on-duty hours.
But they taken leave out, so they're no longer.
Well, that has to be changed then. That paragraph, I'm just telling you what it reads. I'm sorry. And Councilwoman Nana had the floor. I'm all over the place.
Okay,
You go
yeah.
back. You do, okay. So what do y'all want to do about the paragraph? Councilman Amanda, you put yours in. She put a question out there to everybody. Councilman Amanda, can you do it again, please? You know the attention span of us. Do it again, please.
My suggestion is that we rephrase this paragraph to ultimately say that should an employee want to run for office, that they either resign or they take a leave of absence. The beginning of that leave of absence starts at the nomination convention and ends on election day.
What about the other stuff?
If they don't get elected, then they have the opportunity to get their job back.
Yes, if they aren't elected, then they would return back to work because they're taking a leave of absence without pay. And the nomination, between nomination convention and election is only a month or two, right? So it's not a long period of time. They would return back to their work if they're not elected. And if they are elected, then they would resign because they would become an elected official.
Okay, that's what this thing is ambiguous. Read it again. I hear what you're saying. That's the first part. The second part contradicts the first part. If it says if you want to do it, you have to be leave of absence or resign. Then it says an employee isn't a candidate, this is bad writing, is a candidate for elective office once all statute, okay, whatever. Political activity must not interfere with job attendance. But you already said that, not you literally, that person had to resign or leave of absence.
So it's contradictory.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. It contradicts the first part. Am I right, Councilman Amanda? You see what I'm saying? It contradicts it.
Take it out.
As whoever got that downloaded from the web didn't put it together, right?
Stop.
I'm being funny. I don't care who did it. I'm not gonna stop. I'm making a joke.
Councilman Ford.
Yes, ma'am. So Councilman Amanda, you yield the floor. You yielded to me. Can you yield it to?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
I know we did have our former, resource individual to create this personnel document, but it's like belaboring it because we have a perfectly worded and it is very consistent throughout our old documents, but we needed to add some things that we were missing. But in the Article K, it's clear in the original one, or the one that's in effect now, it's clear.
This is ambiguous. Everybody just
said
read that. Where
I
are
didn't
you?
say
I'm
I didn't
here.
say the one that our HR gave to us.
Oh, which one?
I said the one that's in
Oh.
effect now, our
Can you read it to
document
us?
is very clear.
Please.
It is the right of every employee to register and vote on all political issues. Employees are permitted to join political organizations, civic associations or groups, and to become involved in political activities subject to the restrictions of this article. It has A, B, C, and D.
Mhm.
As private citizens, employees may participate in all political activities, including holding public office, except where holding an appointed or elective office is incompatible with the employee's town employment. That's clear.
Mhm.
An employee desiring to become a candidate for town elective office shall first take leave of absence without pay or resign.
Mhm.
Should an employee on leave of absence without pay be unsuccessful in seeking such elective office, he or she shall be returned to employment on the same terms and conditions as any other employee who has taken leave of absence without pay. An employee is considered to be a candidate for elective office once all statutory requirements have been met to qualify as a candidate. Political activity must not interfere with job attendance or performance. Employees are not permitted to solicit or handle political contributions in town elections. They are not permitted to wear or display political badges, buttons, blah, blah. But it's very clear if they could do either, if they want to or not. And they said
But
very
the
clear at
sentence
the
is
top,
still in there. That's
it is
where-
the right of an employee to do all those things. So I'm not sure what's ambiguous.
Because the employee would be on leave of absence or resign. So
Okay.
why would you have them in there?
Yeah.
Because the employee wouldn't be working. Here it's saying, almost reading as though you saying that the employee, if they want to become a political, if they want to be a candidate, okay, they must resign or take leave of absence.
Okay.
Okay, I'm an employee. I want to I want to take leave of absence because I'm gonna run for council.
Mhm.
But in here, it also states that they can't do certain things, almost as though the employee is still working.
Well, they are not considered to, they can take a leave of absence, so meaning they are still an employee. They can't come back to be employed if it's unsuccessful.
No, but
That's
here,
So
that's true, but here it's stating, when you read it, it's stating they can't have these things on during their working hours.
Well, they're campaigning.
But they're not
They're on
an
a leave of
employee
absence.
at that time, they're on leave of absence. Am I missing that?
I read, I see it, real good.
Oh, okay, I thought I was missing something. I'm sorry.
You yield for Councilwoman Amanda?
I yield.
Councilman Ford,
I
has the
yield.
floor. I'm sorry, you yield?
I yield.
Okay, you yield for Councilwoman Amanda. Councilwoman Amanda.
I'm wondering if the statement, political activity must not interfere with job attendance or performance, employees are not permitted are not permitted to solicit or manage political contributions to town elections, blah, blah, blah. I wonder if that's just meant in general for all employees, so like it almost should be its own thing, like that would now become C,
Right.
and then C would become D, and D would become E. Because it's almost, I think that's meant
That's
to
what I
be
was
like, just
thinking.
for all employees in general,
Yeah.
they should not be interfering. Their political activity should not be interfering
Their
with their
job.
performance.
So you want to separate, and make another separate paragraph?
Yeah, I would just suggest moving that down to a separate paragraph.
Good thought, good thought. Councilwoman Amanda, you yield?
Yes, sorry.
Council, just Mr. Green, did you get Councilwoman Amanda's thoughts? They separated those two paragraphs.
Yes.
All right, thank you. Councilwoman Amanda, Anita.
Ben.
Because they say political, are they, and then one time we say if they wanted to run for council. So suppose they're running for a county position and not a town council, so we need to be specific.
Good point.
You know, if they're running for a council position in the town, yes, they need to resign. But if they're running for a county position, they don't need to resign.
Right.
So what's the wording? Mr. Green? Councilwoman Amanda, somebody, what's the word?
Well, they're running for, if they become a county elected official, they wouldn't work at the town anymore, because those are paid positions. That's like $400 a month. So that's more.
No, she's
No.
saying,
During the
we wouldn't,
election.
we would say, this is only for, how would we say this is only if you're running for the town?
That they have to
Just
resign.
put the word
So
in
just put the
there.
word in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
something
they
like
can.
that, right? Okay. Okay, you're right. Down, okay. Anything else?
Are you?
You good? Okay. Okay.
Oh, I have one more question.
Yes, ma'am.
Did we decide if we wanted to say specifically about nomination convention or not? To clarify when that leave of absence is to happen.
Yes.
What's the word?
Yeah,
That's the
we
word,
added
okay.
in.
All right. I know.
Okay. Okay, we can move it? Okay. Okay, 44.
Councilwoman Chu,
Yes, ma'am.
under outside employment, one, what it says is considered secondary to service with the town. Part-time is nature, less than, 25 hours per week. Are they saying that, let me read it again. A full-time employee is permitted only with such outside employment. Are they saying, that they can only get a part-time, job if it's 25 hours per week?
That's why it's 45 hours per week or less.
Right, I don't think that we should put a stipulation on that because,
How you gonna tell somebody that they can
well,
work
right,
part-time?
exactly.
Part-time job, yeah. It's not in the town's purview, probably.
What if it starts to impact their
Yeah, so-
work responsibility?
Yeah, that's them, that's their problem.
Yeah.
But that's different, you just don't tell nobody you can't
Can't
work.
work.
No,
Yeah.
no, here's what it is. Conflict of interest, most jobs, when they give you non-disclosure statements and everything else, y'all consider all this. They tell you if you work outside employment, they have to approve it through your job. And a lot of, not jobs don't do it, but that is what a lot of jobs do. So, because it is considered a conflict of interest to your job. And especially if you have non-disclosure statements, not like in Hollywood, it's a whole different thing. You know what I'm trying to say. So that's how I'm reading that. So I don't know if that's how y'all are reading it. It's gonna change. I'm just,
Yeah, my conflict of interest is if I work for Verizon and I do part-time with T-Mobile.
it could, I'm just
That's,
telling
that's, oh, okay, that's what I would look at conflict of interest. But if I'm working a full-time 8-hour job and I need another full-time job to work and it don't have no conflict of interest with my full-time job, then so be it.
Right.
You know, I don't
got
think it,
you.
I don't think it matters.
I was just telling you probably why that was in there. I don't know who wrote it. I'm just telling you why it was in there. I try to tell y'all, I'm not trying to argue with everybody. It's not an argument. It's just we're sitting here discussing it. And I try to tell everybody, it's not about whether you agree or disagree. I got this from Robert's Rules of Order. It's not my words. It's not whether you agree or not. We just debate it. That's all. So I'm saying, I'm just giving you an explanation of why it's in there. That's all.
Councilwoman Anita,
You, Mayor Pro Tem?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I still say we need to take this, how many hours that they can work. They know their body and they know that they need.
What's everybody's thought on it? Give me, you yield, ma'am?
40 hours overtime.
You yield?
Well, yeah, I'm
No.
sorry.
Okay. You want to say something?
I mean, I just don't see that it's saying that they can't work more than 25 hours. It doesn't say that here to me. It's considered secondary to service with the town.
It's considering.
But it doesn't say,
It doesn't.
it doesn't say you can't work.
What is this outside employment about? It says outside employment constitutes an employment, with another employer. Outside employment.
It does say that.
full-time employee is permitted only
You want the
when
floor?
such outside.
But no, keep reading because
No,
you're accurate. Go ahead.
No, that's
You're right.
okay. That's the way I'm seeing it.
But I
It's telling me.
see it. I see it. Okay, we got two. Councilwoman Ford had the floor.
Yeah, and so it says part-time in nature, right, less than 25 hours per week. It just doesn't say that you have to only work. It's just saying, I understand what you're saying when it says you can only work outside, but it's clear what it says, it's considered secondary. So if it becomes a problem, yeah, okay, this will be something that would be put in there they probably can use, but it doesn't say you can't work more than 25 hours.
HR function.
Councilman, excuse me, you yield?
I yield.
Councilman Amanda had the floor.
I disagree. I just think it, for clarity, to make it seem line, just take out part-time in nature, up to 25 hours per week.
Mr. Green.
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
what she just said.
That's a good fix, this quick. Okay, check it out. Everybody agree on that? Okay. Anything else on that page? Mr. Green, this is just a question.
Yes.
Is Tia in here? She's so quiet. Is she here?
All here.
She's so quiet. It's just a question on the confidentiality policy.
Yes.
I am and have been concerned about the record keeping in this town insofar as how it's secured and everything else. And before you got there, the personnel, several people had the key. The personnel cabinet was left open. It was never locked. I went in there one time just to see if I could get in. So yeah, it was just open. You know, you go and look at anything. So I'm just wondering, I know we're talking about this, but this is referencing that type of practice.
Yes.
Are we better?
Yes, we're better because the key is housed by TA. And I have access to it during the daytime when and if I have access to files. But the master key is owned by TA.
Thank
and
you,
I have
sir.
access to it.
I have a, Councilman here,
Councilwoman Anita?
unless I'm overlooking it, with the conflict of interest. If, if Mr. Green wanted to hire his son on the staff, that shouldn't be permitted. Or if any council member want to hire their children. I think that's a conflict of interest,
Mr. Green.
not the children. I'm sorry, Mr.
What
I
do you
yield.
do? Mr. Green?
So I would agree with you, but you're talking about hiring on a permanent basis. What if it's just project-based initiative and or if it's a summer intern kind of thing? Can you get recommendations from someone on staff? Say, Councilwoman Anita, that you would think that would be a conflict of interest if someone were to recommend, because we do solicit employees to give us recommendations of people
Okay.
they would refer.
In accordance to
You
what is,
yield, sir? For an
I'll
answer?
clarify that.
How do you-
No, I asked him, then yield for you to get the floor.
Oh, okay.
how do you-
It says the purpose of establishing guidelines of identifying and disclosing and managing potential conflicts of interest to protect the integrity and reputation of the town of Capitol Heights. This policy applies to employees, contractors, consultants, and volunteers of the town of Capitol Heights. I would even go as far as saying, governing body, include governing body. You need to include governing body, that's first of all. And to answer your question, part of your question, you said, well, as far as interns and stuff, there is a procedure that we're supposed to go through because our interns in the summer comes through Crystal Water department. Excuse me, state of Maryland. So we shouldn't be willy-nilly hiring people. I mean, to make it fair, because we all got either kids, grandkids, or somebody, lottie-dottie, everybody that might need a job, so it just shouldn't be limited to one person. I hear.
Mr. Green?
Yes, sir.
So I think that keeping it a strict policy that prohibits staff from doing it, of hiring relatives, would keep it clean and would minimize the potential, the appearance of a conflict of interest. So just not even allowing it in the town, period.
Yield, sir?
You
I just have,
Councilwoman Anita.
mine is quick, Councilwoman Anita. Mine is, can you bring in, I know it's not a relative, but, can you bring in all your friends? That's a loaded question.
So, yeah.
You right about that.
And I know situations, so I'm just asking.
It depends on what constitutes a crime. Because we,
I can answer that.
Okay,
are you,
I can answer that because I had something else back to
Go ahead.
him. It is a loaded question. However, you can't push your friend to the top of the line because of who you are. And, they have to have the qualifications to meet the job criteria. If they can't lift a piece of lumber, then they can't work, in code enforcement or PW. If they can't type a paper, then they can't be an admin person. And so that was that, but just don't forget to put in mayor and council on that first one, the cursor. Why y'all laughing?
because it was a loaded question, straight up.
So I'm trying to keep it.
Okay, PG,
Councilmember
Miguel,
where, put it where?
You know, where it says in volunteers of the town of Capitol Heights, you gotta put mayor and council in there too. With conflict of, the first paragraph on the conflict of interest. And it says town of Capitol Heights, you gotta put governing body.
and just so y'all know, we're not gonna finish this because the meeting ends at 9. We have a lot more to go. We have to do the budget. Ms. Ren's here to do the budget appropriation. First section, yes, ma'am.
I thought we was gonna reschedule it because the accountant is not here.
No, that's the big time. That's the public, when they're off on the public.
Oh,
She's saying, I'm off the topic, but real quick. The public is, the accountant was supposed to be here. She said the accountant can't be here because she has a class.
Treasurer.
Treasurer. Yeah, you need your accountant. There's no way you can do a budget without an accountant. I've never heard of this one. You can, but that's not how it goes. Miguel, Councilman Anita, Mr. Green.
Did you get it, Mr. Green?
Yeah.
I got it.
Okay. So I was just telling y'all that, so we'll stop at 8:30 and, okay, everybody? Is that good? Unless y'all want to extend the hard stop.
Well, we need to finish this to be truthfully honest. If we keep rolling, I think we can do
I
it
think we can do it.
and still get to everything else.
You can't, that's impossible. I'm for extending it, but there's no way that you're gonna finish, you're gonna keep doing this, and we'll give her 15 minutes to talk about the town money.
I didn't realize she was 30 minutes. Okay, fine, okay.
You said hard stop was 9. Y'all want to extend it? I'm just telling you. What do you want to do?
I'm fine with extending it.
I'm gonna extend it. We gotta get this over. That's the problem now. We don't never complete stuff, keep dragging it out.
Okay, let's keep it moving. What page are we on?
45.
Oh, I got the 49. I must have read that real quick. Okay, anything else there? Conflict of interest, we good? Did you change how we're gonna do it? Okay. So 45, okay. All these things that require some type of training, substance abuse policy, I'm just curious, you have these things in here, but most of them require training. That's just how I look at it. They require training of the employees, because most employees don't even read the manual. So, but if you have training so that they know and they sign that they received the training, we already discussed that. So what's your take on how we could add that in there?
Then we could put disclaimer language for employees at the completion of such training for the described categories. We would provide documentation of completion in the employee's personnel file.
Okay. Nothing. Well, you know I jump all over the place. We know that about me. Is there something in here, and it may have been, yeah, council, I may have missed it. I may have missed it. Is there something in here where we say what the procedures are, Mr. Green, if an employee wants to access their records?
I don't remember seeing any language, but I do recommend that we should include language. I've got that request.
I didn't know what the protocol was, so. Is it in there? I don't know.
Maybe on this, I don't remember seeing it.
Well, we don't have, I don't want you to have to stop, council, but I was just saying if it's not, we need to put it in there.
There should be something.
Okay. Anything on workplace safety, council? Okay, we said we do training on those two. Substance abuse policy,
Does anybody know what the status of us getting the Narcan and all that, and the defibrillator on the wall? Like I said, employee may come in here high up with fentanyl or something, but it's better to have it here than not to have it. You know, fire department across the street.
I don't know.
Chief,
is that a Norwood jobs? I didn't know that. Just,
All
May I-
the buildings are putting it in there.
I over,
That's
over
okay.
talked you, I apologize, but I just wanted to know, 'cause I don't know.
All the government buildings we have. them in
Okay,
there
see,
now.
I don't know, I'm just an honest question.
Can, the defibrillator, all of that has to be on your walls now.
Do you yield for Mr. Green? Because see, I don't know. We're asking you.
yes, it is lawful now, and I thought, during the discussion I had with the chief, that he was taking the lead and making sure that got done.
Okay.
It's good. I didn't know.
I sent it to them earlier. I think it
Yes.
was CC'd on.
You yield or?
Yeah.
You got, everybody got some question?
47.
Okay, 47? Okay.
Can we just
Oh, okay,
quickly,
yes, sir.
under substance abuse, we should include language that says that any staff employee will be subjected to random drug testing.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that was in there.
That was a resolution, it was
D, is it D?
the drug, was to do the drug test.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, because we have, excuse me,
Put it here. We added.
Mr. Green,
this-
I'm jumping in your time, but I was just gonna say that respect.
Yeah, it's under D.
That we have had a couple more than once spotted on one person's street. She took a photo of them smoking a joint, doing in our vehicle. And they've been up on Donald, been up at on GPS up, this is on this time we've had some things in the town. So I'm not saying it's current now, but I'm saying it has happened.
So there's I'm sorry.
No, you had the floor, sir.
So there's language in here, but this specifically, my interpretation is applied to the police.
We didn't put out.
It starts with then notify the proponent to arrange for immediate urinalysis drug test to the officer. We need to take the officer
So I
out.
think the officer should be involved.
Yeah, drug test of the employee.
So make this whole paragraph more employee centric and not about the officer.
You got the floor, sir?
Yes,
May I, you yield, you want to keep on that?
I yield there.
I was just gonna say, only because I've read them, when Chris gets jobs or throughout his, thing, I've read them from when he was working at 18 or whatever, all the way up to now. I've read some of those things, so I am current on some of the new stuff. So my point is, and a lot of them, they put down where that person will be tested, whether it's Quest or whatever. I'm just curious, they put it, am I right? That's new language. They put down where they will send the employee.
They have a contract with some.
Yeah, but I'm just
company,
saying, is that
so
something
We don't have a contract, but we can send them.
That's something I'm working on with external vendors.
Councilmember Amanda.
we yield, sir, for Councilwoman Amanda?
I yield.
Councilwoman Amanda?
When I attended the summit last year on marijuana use, a lot of this discussion came up, and it was
there was a lot of conflicting thoughts and ideas about what is the proper way to move forward with drug testing now that laws are different. And I remember specifically some of the lawyers and HR people that they were there to help answer these questions. They made it clear that with testing for drugs, it's for illegal drugs. Marijuana is no longer illegal. However, if you have a position where you're operating any type of machinery, then you can be tested for marijuana because it is still against state law to, so anybody that would be driving one of our vehicles or operating any kind of machinery, then they can be tested for marijuana. I think we probably need to refine what this is saying, differentiate the two, because not all employees are held to the same standard when it comes to this. So I just think it's important that we kind of clarify that and work with what's being said here. Because you could do drug testing, but if they do show that there is marijuana in their system, that's not illegal. But if you are in a position where you operate machinery or not even just machinery, but like if you're a nurse or they have like different, then those are against law, and there is the state outlines it. So just wanted to offer that knowledge. I yield.
Mr. Green.
Yes, sir.
So I suggest we add language in there that differentiates between the different roles and responsibilities, like this position versus this position. Who would be subjected to such testing and why? So I could wordsmith this to make sure that it's clear.
Anything else, everybody on this page? Oh, emergency employees.
But I thought,
Yes, ma'am.
you want the Councilwoman Chu?
Oh, you're just thinking, I didn't know.
She want the floor?
Oh.
Did you yield?
I yield.
Okay.
No, I'm just thinking because, I thought marijuana is illegal. And, I mean, it's legal in state, but illegal for federal, because the federal government still treats it as an illegal drug.
That's
right.
You're right.
Okay.
But we're not federal.
I know, I'm just doing clarification because I know that Councilwoman, Anderson, but she said on the state level, which is fine, but I know that it's still illegal federal.
And there was a whole discussion, I mean, it was a long discussion about this. And so it was really helpful to have like the lawyers there and the HR folks there to answer this. And that's, I remember taking notes on it because I was like, this is eventually gonna come up. So, but yeah.
CBD, it's illegal, if you get a CBD free for aches and pains, if they test you.
She had the floor.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. I was just gonna say that, oh, go ahead, I'll come on. No, I was just gonna say that marijuana stays in your bloodstream, except they say only in your hair. But it stays in your bloodstream, for a while.
45.
So the reason for saying this is when you said tweak it, we do need to tweak it because let's just say somebody is tested for marijuana, but they did it in the privacy of their home in Maryland, and they come into work and they still gonna test for it. So how do we address that? Because we don't say, yeah, but we don't know if they did it today or whatever, but what is the leverage we have? I'm just throwing things out there. Obviously, if you test because you think somebody went around for hours, they crack and then come back to work and they high. I'm not trying to be funny, but what are the parameters for the drug? I don't know, drug testing. I'm just throwing it out. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I think we do have to be really clear about that because at my previous employer, we had a young lady that never smoked marijuana a day in her life, but they tested her because she came in because whoever her roommate was smoked marijuana and it was on her clothes and everything, and they tested her hair. But then when they did another test, the hair came back positive, but something else came back negative or whatever. And she actually won the lawsuit against my previous employer because they fired her for that, but she never ever smoked marijuana a day in her life. So we just when we doing our personnel, what we do in our manual, we just have to be very, very clear on what it states and the laws that govern marijuana and the use.
And the method you're gonna use too.
Right. Yeah.
That's true, that's true.
So there's two different
You
tests.
yield?
So,
You yield?
Yes, I yield, sorry.
There's
Okay,
three
Councilman
different
Dean.
testing, your hair, your mouth swab, and your urine. The hair and mouth swab is more accurate than the urine, but the urine stays in your system for 45 days. Or longer, depending on your usage.
So we'll revisit this. We're gonna have to revisit that one, right? And then, okay. Anything else on this page? Or, okay, so we're on 47.
Oh, Councilwoman Chu,
Yes, ma'am.
we was talking about this earlier, designated, essential emergency personnel. Because where I used to work, we had people, because we had 4 levels, we had a person on each floor for, yeah. And so what their job is, what they supposed to do and this and that.
Do you want to do positions? Excuse me. You want to do positions because names come and go. You want to put who our emergency personnel are? Not position,
No, I think
No.
we don't have to do names.
not
but-
names, positions. Who are they?
Well, the town administrator can elect to select
Okay.
whoever she or he feels that
Okay.
that person should be that emergency personnel,
sexual non-essential.
essential here.
But
And if
the-
that person leaves, then the administrator just selects someone else.
But we should know. That's what I'm asking. How do you want to do it? She has the
I
floor.
do.
I know whenever she is.
Yeah, I yield. I
Okay.
yield.
You know, because, see, when you're essential personnel, everybody knows who it is. Something
Right,
happens, you
right.
know who to call.
Right.
That's, you don't just, she can't be the only person. We should have a way that this is saying we will know, or what if something happens to TA Rent? We wouldn't know who to, you know what I'm trying to go with this. You, man? Right, you
One
got
other
the
thing
floor.
too, I think also, I don't know, I didn't see it in here, and I could be wrong, but I think that we should also create a hotline number or something that employees can call when it's like, say inclement weather, or, something like that. They can call their hotline, and either the TA, the mayor, whoever, when they know that we're gonna have 10 inches of snow and they look out, everything is closed, the employees can call that hotline and it'll say, today is Monday, September the 24th, the town of Capitol Heights office will be closed. All essential employees must report, but non-essential employees, whatever.
Can we do it on our town phone too when people call?
Yeah. mhm.
No. They don't.
She put a announcement.
No, I'm saying she can create
It
a
just
line.
rings.
Right, yeah.
Line.
She can create a line for that.
If they
Yeah.
wanted to, they can get 4.
Yeah.
And it rings, that's all I'm just saying. You had the floor. You had-
Oh, no, I yield. I was just thinking of some things that we can add to the personnel manual that we never thought about that can help out in some of these instances. That's all. I yield.
That's what we need.
Thank you. To add on to what she said, then it could be one, like, I think we got 1, 2, 3. I think they have 3, but they can add enough 4. So we had number 5 would just be for inclement weather or for, but to go back to what she was saying earlier, she was getting these, I think, crossed up. Essential employees will be the ones that have to come to work, like PW, they have to come. So, perhaps put in there who is essential employees. Department of Public Works. they
Yeah,
have to come.
not the name, the position.
Department of Public Works and police officers, those are essential. Everybody else, you non-essential.
Right.
But, there was something.
Person is selected to be the.
Oh, yeah, the person selected to be like the fire marshal. I'm the fire marshal for my floor. So I have to make sure everybody is out. That's why I'm adamant about this stuff up in here.
Oh,
What y'all saying about me?
We were talking about that.
Well, we talked about that earlier.
Yeah, you know, this.
So, but I'm a fire marshal in my job. Yes, I am. I'm gonna get out.
You got that little vest too.
Yeah, and my flashlight.
And the flashlight, got it. You got your clipboard when you make sure you sign it.
I'm going out this building. So yes, we need to, so that's definitely something that they need to have. Perhaps my suggestion, the assistant TA needs to be that designated person to make sure that, you know, I mean, that's another thing to add on for her, you know, her preview. Purview. Thank you, Mr. Green. I'm calling you tied up. Yeah. So we already know. Now, if she's not here, of course, I mean, there needs to be a book, because there's a book you gotta keep. It's mark off when she get outside, or whoever, or when Mr. Green get outside, if she ain't here, or she ain't here, you grab that fire marshal book. So you get outside, you start checking off. Okay, Chu here, Anderson, Port, or, okay. Da, 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 da. Everybody's in. He can check off to make sure everybody's accounted for. And there's what else? We have to check for the employees, make sure they back away from this building. That's what I said we need something to. Yeah, you need it. We're supposed to be getting a fire drill, and the fire department would tell us all of that.
you good, Councilwoman?
I hear it.
All right, so,
If we get to our destination, I'm here.
okay, so training and drills and, now here we go. This is not really true, E, because we don't do it. 48 E.
Training and drill.
So, Mr. Green,
Security M7. We're on page
what
48.
page 14?
Got it.
Mr. Green, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Councilwoman Anita, under training and drills, isn't this something that you're partnered with the fire department to go ahead and negotiate? with
They're
staff-
supposed to be
staff?
doing it.
Okay.
Neil?
You
Councilwoman Chair, yes, ma'am. You said E under security and theft prevention, or you were
Oh.
just speaking of,
Oh, I just went to E. I didn't go down to M7. How
Oh,
can it
okay.
be M7?
oh, okay. Okay.
But I do have a mention at the under M7.
Oh.
Yeah, because I think we should, I think we should
Sorry.
keep, yeah, I think we should keep this in, especially when we get the renovation of the building. And, you know, people are in the building because it's gonna be a lot bigger. And so I think that when people come in, they should, have on badges or whatever, sign-in sheet and things like that, like other government, buildings do. Okay. Yeah, I think we should leave it. I thought she was asking to take it out.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
okay.
No, I was just saying training and drills, we don't do it.
Oh,
And I was
okay.
just wondering when we gonna do it, so to speak, but, Mr. Green and Councilwoman Anita are on that, so that, yeah, I was just saying, you know, it's in there, but we don't do that.
Councilwoman, then
Oh,
And,
well, excuse
town
me.
town administrator, Ren, we are coordinating that with the fire department, but. I'm pretty sure-
Okay, fire floor manager, Anderson, okay.
Fire marshal, don't get my title mixed up, but.
Okay. Oh, okay. Fire, who was that? Fireman Bob? Who was that guy on the?
Fire marshal Bill.
Yeah,
Okay. It burned off.
thank you for that. Okay.
All right, we'll go on.
Okay, okay. Use of vehicle, all right. Um, the only thing I said this, and I said this before, because we have had employees take the vehicle home for personal use without getting approval or whatever. And we just want to make sure we're covered in that area too, because legit will never, no, legit does not ensure that.
Councilwoman Chu.
So so they wouldn't do that, continue, any of them sneaking it off the lot and doing it. Yes. Councilwoman Chu.
Just a suggestion, I think, just to make sure that we're truly under, complete compliance. I think that, we may want to reach out to Legit and just to go over some of these things because they may have additional input or something, just to make sure that, we're not, speculating and this is the fact.
Good point.
Because they are our insurance provider.
Good point.
Are you?
Okay, so we can move on that one then, okay. Telecommunications and privacy. Do they, I'm gonna ask this, I can only say what I know other jobs do, so, and this includes government. Do they have a statement where they tell you straight up, I know government, I know federal will tell you that they have the right to anything on your computer and they can go on there anytime?
They'll have it say that.
Because that is proprietary, owned by the town or the government or whatever. Do we need something like that? Possibly you could research it, but I know government does that. And I do know of recently, up to, well, actually, some older, 5 years ago, and 2 recently, who were terminated for pornography on their computers because the IT guy checked it. So this is government-owned property, so to speak, even if you take it home. It's GFE.
Well, it says right here.
I was asking, do we have that? I didn't read that part
Section
again.
A, it says it.
Read it to
In
me, please.
section A, it says, the town also may retrieve, review, and copy files that may have been deleted by the sender receiver. Employees are not permitted to access other than the town may intercept, monitor, copy, review, and download any communications or files, including personal files, So
With that IT training, excuse me, I'm wrong.
No,
With that, can we provide, remember I said that was one of the training, IT training to the employees?
Training of it and cybersecurity.
That was on the list I gave him.
Cybersecurity.
Well, he's gotten it twice then.
I think he was on the one that I sent out.
That was on. I received it.
So you gave him a suggestion?
Yes, it was just a suggestion. I don't give directives.
Councilwoman Chu.
Councilman Chu, you didn't hear, I apologize.
Oh, no, I didn't hear. Under C, it says, employees may not, pick or store personal data on files or files on town computers, personal. That's an explanation. I think it needs to be an L.
Oh.
Persona.
Wait a minute. That's
Oh, it's
personal, that's
persona?
right.
No, I
No,
thought
no,
personal
no.
data. I was going to say, go with the
Persona.
You're supposed to.
Oh,
Mr. Matt, you go on, Mr. Matt? Oh, okay. Yeah, on town computers and personal data. So that personal, actually, the P needs to be lowercase and then that needs to be an L instead of an explanation mark.
Where are you?
On
She's
C,
up
on
to
page 50.
Oh, that's explanation.
All right. We're almost there, y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all do know, in reality, I don't know of anyone, that's just me saying that, who does not use some of those computers for personal. That's just, I'm just saying. Just keep it at a limit, but,
Yeah.
huh?
You just keep it at a limit.
Yeah, and I do it myself, and I'm straight up try to do things by the book, but I know I do. So. We good on this page?
Yeah.
Okay. Councilman Amanda gave us the word of hope there, I heard.
Ooh, it's hot.
Okay,
It's
51. Town provided cell phones. Now, I'm gonna say something, this was, if I may, this was kind of, we had a person, this was what, during my administration, what was done. And I hope we never do it again. But there was somebody, a person, names aren't really essential here, that was financially, they were using the town phone as their personal phone. Because they couldn't, whatever, finances, you know, and that happens to anybody in life. So the council, they got the votes. I didn't vote for it, but they got the 4 votes that person would either turn in their phone or stop using it. Because remember, I was on from 13 to 18. 1 year I was appointed, whatever, then I ran. But the reason I'm bringing this up is because all phone companies during 14 to 18, they would put down the numbers you called on your bill. I don't know if y'all remember that. They would put down the numbers. And so they would monitor this person and they knew it was being used for personal. I just thought of that when I saw that. And I thought that was a little bit much because I use mine for personal and business. I ain't gonna lie, I do. I just use them across the board. You know, I do.
There's a limitation.
Yeah, but I'm just using that. I don't know.
Just doing a quick time check. It's 8:45.
Okay.
Yeah, we went through it, Joy. Thank you.
52,
We
on page
did.
52.
Okay. So we good with that section, everybody? Okay.
Voicemail.
Yeah.
Down on N7, workplace privacy overview. We need to take out town officials.
Mhm.
It says the second sentence where it says workplaces and data items are subject to inspection and search by town officials.
Where you, Mayor Pro Tem?
N7 says,
Give that to her. We can pick her up. if you want. We can get my son, like, her check
No,
marks or
joking.
code enforcement, go pick her up. She's not gonna be. Pick you up too.
So we good on that?
Need to go further down the paragraph that says it again. Right,
Read it out loud, please.
it says town officials may allow access to
We don't have officials, excuse me for cutting,
Yeah.
but down
That's
staff or
it.
something.
town officials, or what do you want to put there?
Town employees, town staff, what do you
On
want
their
to say?
personal locks, go down two sentences.
Okay, town officials may allow access, town administrator, so town administrator.
So when they say officials, are they speaking of somebody in superior?
No, we're taking the word out. It should be town staff or whatever. If you saw that too. We good on that one?
Yes.
Okay, council, I want to ask you to think about this. Our town phones don't have voicemails on them that are professional. When I call a person, I either don't get an answer or it's something, it's not a professional voicemail that you would, when you call other municipalities, that's what the voicemail says on the staff phones.
You need a staff.
You mean a staff,
not-
so-
not council.
Yes, staff
Oh,
phones.
your staff phone.
They don't have, some of them don't have none. So I know.
You know what I'm saying? I think TA ran that, or that should be something on our, not really, I'm not calling you on it, because you don't hear phones, but I notice that a lot when I call the phones. You can hear, you hear the voice and leave a message, but that's, as a professional person with a staff phone, it should say something that represents, I'm an employee of the town, please leave a message or whatever, I'll get back to you. You know, I just,
I agree.
We don't even know who you're reaching. It just says leave a message.
And, oh, sorry.
No, I yield.
And also with the police department, if you hit one and nobody's there, answer the phone. It's a person, it's a male, it's not Amari's voice, but it's a male, and you could barely hear the person talk. It said, they say, something about Capitol Heights Police, and it's real faint. I don't know who voice it is. Oh, yeah. Yeah, when you press one, and if you can do it when the police department is closed, and you press one, it comes up with a voicemail, call 911 or something like that, but you can barely hear it. So I just think maybe we need an overhaul of the system itself and just figure out what's wrong. Because you got two different voices and, maybe we want to be consistent, you know.
Well, the new one that they got up here sounds really good.
You want, who's going? You or Councilman Anita?
Councilwoman Anita, I yield.
Councilman Anita?
All I was saying is the one that they got now here for the town hall, which sounds very professional, very nice. So perhaps they need to use the same voice or same recording for across the street, so it'd be consistent.
Yeah, that's the girl from Show Scan.
Yeah, I asked her to do the recording, sorry. Yeah, she had a nice voice.
There's a, she do voice overlay. She must do voice overlay. Here, to check
Yeah.
some things. And
TA.
I had asked her to please redo that voice thing on there.
Yes,
Miss TA, Ren, I'm looking at her, that's why I said.
Yeah.
To redo that voice thing on there because that employee was no longer here.
Right.
And to put something on there. And so Joyce says she tried out several people and she liked her. She was here that day.
Yep.
You know, she liked
Well,
her.
we need to get up back here that day and then.
Very nice, very nice.
I'm glad you guys liked it. It was free. It was free. I'm sure she can do it again, yeah. Yeah. And it was a free service, so thank you.
All right, okay, 53. 53.
Okay, telework, the telework does not permit employees to work remotely on television.
Recommendations for disabled.
Well, I got, Councilwoman Anita,
Councilman Anita?
I think we need to leave it only because if we have another COVID or pandemic. But then, only people that will be able to telework would be TA, assistant TA. So it will only apply to an HR and the town treasurer. So those 4 positions, so we may need to put it in there. Then the other ones would not be able to telework. Because there's nothing to do.
Or we can do a, exception. We could put an exception in the
Or you can
telework
put something in
policy.
there unless approved by council. That's very easy.
Yeah.
You just say unless approved by council. And we would approve if TA had to work, like you said, or gotta keep our money, you know, yeah.
I would, Councilwoman Anita,
You yield, Councilman Anita?
I would still stay, be very clear because who can do it? And because they're gonna say, well, it's, you know, yeah, I got telework here and we don't. I mean, the only ones, and people, they can still come in, but they're out if you got a pandemic. But none of our other staff, admin staff needs to be working.
Well, their jobs are not, so of course, we gotta be, we don't have any work that can be done at home. Not really, if you call it work.
Well, TA can.
I know, but I'm saying the rest of the staff and so forth.
HR can, treasurer can. Yeah. But nobody else. I mean, PWK telework.
Town clerk.
Okay, so what do you wanna do? What do y'all wanna put in
I
there?
say outline.
Mr. Green, you yield for his answer?
Yes.
Councilwoman Anita,
Yeah, I hear for example.
Mr. Green?
I say we put in language that gives those positions flexibility to be able to work from home.
Okay, you put it in the draft, okay.
Put it in July.
Anything else on this page?
No.
What about accommodations for disability for me?
Says related to pregnancy.
I know,
I have a question for the inside.
Councilwoman Ford.
So when we're doing the workplace, are we gonna have like some guidelines or checklists or what needs to be in place at the home? Like a certain, and we don't workplace.
Oh, okay.
So tell
Yeah,
them
like a little checklist or something, just to make sure they meet certain requirements, they have certain systems set up so that they can do the work.
That's a good point.
You
Order,
Councilman Hernando?
Ford, you.
And-
Yes, ma'am.
But this says that we do not permit employees to work. No exceptions will be granted. Am I understanding? Did you all
He's
change
gonna
that?
change the language. He said.
Okay, change it.
Change the language. It's a draft. So we'll just- Can you, do all your changes in, I'm a visual, can you do it all in red?
Right, change.
I can try to change it.
Okay,
We already did, we're already
We
do
did
that.
for
Y'all
the-
got it?
for the
Okay,
first
thank you.
go around.
all right.
Yeah.
All right.
It's very clear.
I'm used to change bars, but I'm in, that's old stuff. Change bars are old, but the red, is that good for everybody? Okay. All right. Okay.
Councilman Chair,
Mhm.
do we have a media policy? I mean, this states that employees, do we have a media policy in case media contacts us?
Yeah, it's something in there, was something in there, because I referenced it when that lady, remember that lady was coming after me and, former, someone, you know what I mean? She was coming after us about the, Opus Avenue, and I referenced what the policy was on that. So is it in here? I don't know where I saw it. Where was it? Was it in the, mayor council manual? I don't remember. But I know I referenced something.
I think you referenced this one right here.
Was it? I don't
Yeah,
remember,
I think
sir.
it's this one. I think
This is foreign.
the TA.
Yeah, but it's not.
You
do have one in there.
I saw it
That lady,
somewhere.
that
Did you
news
say
lady
that?
No.
I don't know where I saw it.
I don't remember it.
I thought it was this.
It might be this one.
This is.
Yeah, the employee should be
Oh,
thinking
yeah,
about
you're
that.
right. She, oh. You had the floor. Good for you. I was listening to Councilman Mantha real quick, and she said, and Doc, you're right, this is for employees, but mayor and council, maybe I did look and you said, was it in the policy?
There is one, yeah.
I know I looked somewhere, but I was just thinking about me or us. Is that okay, everybody, what they have? I don't know. Okay, yeah. Okay, so we're on 55.
Can you go back to 54 real quick?
Mhm.
The non-disclosure, is this where we're talking about who has access to information or? We said earlier, right?
Well, no, the non-disclosure is repeating. So it would be, you sign it that you don't repeat the information. That's what the non-disclosure is. Not being sarcastic, but that's what it is. It's like P. Diddy. You gotta sign a non-disclosure to go to this party. Yeah, okay, no more jokes, okay. But yeah, I'm sorry, that's what it
No,
would
we
be.
can-
For any information they get, it would be. But they'd have to sign that form. That's why I mentioned about the non-disclosure statements. Allow them to get you to sign. So to have that in there, if you could come back to us and tell us what our leverage is on that, because a lot of the information, you would not want it to be repeated, although, full transparency, legislation allows somebody to come in here and look at our records. You do know that, so what is that called? What's that law called? That a Joe Blow can come in here and ask to look at our records. What is that law called? It might be Blowout. I don't know. Is that?
Driving, yeah.
But still, they can do it. I understand. I just couldn't remember the acronym. So what I was saying is, knowing they can do that, we have to be careful how we do a non-disclosure statement. So can you get that? Okay, all right. All right.
Councilwoman Anita,
Yes, ma'am.
even with that said, Mayor, we also need to have a, MOU with our non-disclosure statement, like, let's say somebody come in here and want to see, their personnel file.
We have to redact stuff.
Right, so we have to say what we can, in your MOU, what we can disclose and what will not be disclosed.
Why would you need an MOU though?
Memorandum of understanding, so people will know if they say, well, I want everything, this is what the governing body has decided, we will disclose and what we cannot disclose. So we're gonna redact. I redact, we have memorandum MOUs with other agencies, I redact, I do for you. So we have it with other agencies, what we can disclose from justice, what we can't disclose from State Department.
Yeah, but why would you have an MOU in that case? That's what I'm saying, you would do a policy to cover us.
Well, I'm just thinking from the government.
Because we're not doing it with anybody. We don't know who would come here. So
Okay, well then
that's a policy, right?
Is it not?
Right? Okay. That's a good.
As long as we have something in place saying what we can and can't, we're going to redact any personal information out there. PI.
Okay.
That's all PI.
Okay, Mr. Green, that's a good one. Yeah, we can get, that's separate from this. But it's just like you were saying, it's a policy, Councilwoman. We need to, in case, you never know if some newspaper, somebody comes in here and we have to release the information. But there's limitations. Anything else? Management rights? Oh, well, that's good. We do. Okay, so we're on severability. What is that? Severability. Separate? What is that? This is legal. Okay. Okay, y'all. Okay, so, we're gonna have to have a meeting out of cycle unless y'all come back after the first. I don't know if I will be here because I plan travel time. I know y'all will miss me, but y'all can roll without me. Okay, so we're good. And so the next thing now is to have our main guy, our HR person come back to us with directions, right? Okay, on whatever the product is, you'll give it to us in draft. May I ask you, is it possible for us, you have electronic, right? Can you send it to us in draft with the red? Can you send it to us? Is that how y'all got it? Councilwoman?
Once he's completed it, right? I just worry about if too many people get into it while he's in draft mode.
Right.
You know, if you're not tech savvy, you can hit one
Yeah,
button.
you could hit, you could erase.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, after you have finished the draft, you can send, you can easily just send.
Awesome. Yes, ma'am.
Aren't we under the shared folders now? Can't we just look at
You
it?
went, you can do it. I know you gave a link, right?
I mean, yeah, you can view in compatibility mode, yeah.
Yeah.
There's no editing.
There's no
Right,
editing.
we don't need that.
That's fine, yeah.
But we should
You're right.
still be able to view it.
You're on,
Excuse me, Councilwoman,
yes, ma'am. We're ready for you, TA
I
Red.
hope TA Ren is next, but
I'm not next, remember? You said you're gonna wait.
No, I didn't.
You said earlier that you said because you want to wait for the accountant to
No, that's
basically,
for the public meeting.
okay.
This is this one.
I am not ready for this because I have information, but I don't have the breakdowns and so forth and so on. I mean, I have it, but I don't have it in a sense like I'm ready for you guys to look at it.
Always be ready. Please don't take this the wrong way.
I-
You should always be ready when we ask questions about the budget.
You can ask the questions about the budget, which I'm more than
Okay.
happy to make copies of. But if you want details, my analysis and what I recommend to do, I need a little bit more time.
So you were going to present tonight, and I mentioned that to you after the meeting started.
Yes,
So you didn't have anything to present tonight?
I was going to share with you the information regarding to what I found so far, but I don't have copies for everyone to look at. Okay.
That's cool.
Councilwoman Anita,
Yes, ma'am.
Can I make a suggestion that these, 2 5-minute things that Councilwoman Ford got, let her do that, and so then we don't be rushing, TA. If she can do it, then that's
Why
it.
would we rush it?
Maybe wrong wording, but yeah. Since hers is 5, maybe she can do it in less than 10 minutes.
Will you have copies? Can we move this around in there, Judge?
That was my suggestion, idea.
No, let's let it, no. Huh? I think this is gonna take a more, let TA Rent give us her quick thing and then we'll move on with this. Okay. You ready, TA? Just give us what you got.
Yeah, that's fine, no problem. So essentially, went through the budget and went down the list. There were some issues that I wanted to recheck. In particular, that's why I said I didn't have copies for you guys, but in general, we're actually pretty good. We don't have anywhere that we need to basically move the funds around. The only places I would see in terms of moving funds would be the area where we use some of the funds for the community center downstairs, which we need to basically replenish that particular line item. In addition, which is, I can tell you the line item, it's out of NSD's capital improvement. That would be line item 56101. In terms of also, we need to replenish the budget, our line item for economic development, because we were moving forward with some annexation, therefore that there's a cost that basically went into that. It's not a lot. We still have about $16,717, but I would like to replenish that line item, which is basically 54109, just by another 20,000. That's it. And I would take that from the police department's speed camera expenses, because there aren't any, because the speed camera costs is actually all paid by Red Speed. There is actually no cost to us. So there's a line item for $28,000, which we can move to another line item, so to speak. And another thing is I would like to increase our cost for legal. Right now, in particular, we had allocated 50,000, and right now it's down to 16,717. We've used for half a year. We've used about hold on one second. We used about $33,283. So I would recommend we add another. I would say, what is that? 17,000 for the other remaining half a year. And then everything else is looking actually pretty good. We don't have any issues with overtime. We don't have any issues in terms of police, because we're actually replenishing that with the $50,000 we have made thus far from the speed cameras. And then what else? In terms of salary, everything is fine. In terms of, oh, I'm sorry, we do have to replenish the MML annual registration pool. Originally, we only go through the summer, but since we had fall, that line item has been depleted extensively, because now we had 2 sessions, fall and summer, and we originally accounted for was only the summer session. So therefore, that cost needs to be readjusted, but it's not a lot.
That's not actually true. Councilman Amanda specifically said we need money in the MML fall session. I remember that.
Okay, well,
That's okay. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying that I'm just looking at what the budget you all approved.
What we had. I got the other budget. So we did ask for money to be put in for the fall. Do you remember that, Councilman Amanda? Yeah.
Okay, well, it's not. It's okay. Well, there's 2 parts to this, right? There's MML annual registration, and then there's MML conference expenses. So those 2 line items, I would request, well, if you guys said it, it was not noted in here. We just need to replenish it a little bit more. We're talking about maybe $3,000. That's it. 3,000, and MML conference expenses, maybe another like, I don't know, maybe another 10,000 is good, because expenses tend to go higher simply because there's hotel and everything else and per diem and so forth. But we can lock that down to 5,000.
MML is, you're saying because we'll be
June.
on before we approve the next fiscal
Yes,
year budget.
yes,
Okay.
yes. Is that okay? It's not a lot of money.
No, we're gonna do that at the public session.
Yes.
We're gonna do that, and we're gonna have, you have to have resolutions to
Yes.
move the money.
Yes, I
So
do.
you
I know
can give
that.
us- I got
So what I'm doing is basically just giving you the highlights. So far, we're actually doing pretty good on our budget. We don't have to have a lot of movement in terms of our costs and so forth, and we can actually replenish as we need it. And from basically either our other line items, which we don't use, or basically from the moving it to the public security, meaning the police, the speed camera, taking their money out of certain areas and move it into the general fund. So it's all pretty pretty smooth. I am looking at a couple of things, and of course, we're getting money from property violation incomes and vacant lot incomes. So far, we've already have of the 30,000 that's required, we already made 16,200, and that's not including money that's coming soon. Basically, once we receive it, I calculate. If we don't receive it, it's just not yet. But we're probably going to get another $3,000 to $5,000 very soon. So we'll be able to reach the 30,000 requirement within the next couple of months. So there's money that's being generated. And of course, we also got our grant, $85,000 from SAP, which is the State Aid for Police Protection. We also got $40,000 from BJAG, which is another grant basically for the police for cameras. License plate readers, I think, is preventive AI technology. I don't know anything, but it's just for basically camera throughout the town. And then, of course, we're going to have additional funding coming in from the stop sign cameras, which would generate, conservatively about $200,000 to $300,000, just conservatively. It's going to be much more, but conservatively. So we're actually looking good.
In the budget, once I finish doing it, which I didn't do, because the portal's messed up, we'll be getting almost $500,000 to supplement anything from the community center, because it's already on paper. I have it from Senator Benson, the bond bill.
Yeah, it's already in the budget as well.
$50K, I just have to finish all the paperwork. That's what I'm just thinking. But the money is there.
Yes.
So it will go until it's almost $500,000 is coming in to the town on that too.
Yeah, so basically it's already allocated in here, 200K bond bill, 200K bond bill, and then another 100K from Crystal Orieta. Yes.
So that's,
Yes.
that's 550.
And then you've got another 50 from the lights, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Maryland Energy.
And actually Councilman Ford and also Councilman the Mayor Pro Tem Chu, they were able to get a $750,000 grant from basically county for trees, various trees. Trees and
trees?
yes, trees, canopy trees and so forth. I'm about to submit that all to you guys for review. Yes, they were looking at possible sustainability. There you go, Councilman Ford.
From the guy?
The county. Yeah. Yes.
So,
Yes. Right.
so we'll get some
So I will
trees.
send all these two. Yeah, we got lots of trees. They'll do all the survey, and they'll everything. I'll send you all the details.
But can we use any of the trees for Chambers Avenue?
Probably yes.
Is that what say?
Yes. Yes.
That's
Yes.
sustainability, Chambers Avenue.
Yes.
You know that.
Yes.
We got money for it, but the trees is costing us a fortune.
Yes. Oh, sorry. Oh,
Well,
I'm
we
so
didn't
sorry.
hear you.
Should
Not
I?
like you don't get chances, so let's not be mean. Councilwoman, does she, can you yield the floor to?
Yeah, of course, of
Councilwoman
course, of
Anita?
course.
Councilwoman Anita.
Sure.
Speed cameras, we done collected 50,000.
Yep. I can show you the receipts. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm excited.
I know you keep saying this might for the speed camera, I'm like, okay, we getting any money?
Yes. Yes, it's exciting.
We got 50K
Mhm.
from speed cameras. And when are these stop sign cameras going up?
Right now, it's with Brad Farrar. He's reviewing the contract by the vendor, Ogilvy, and what he's doing is just reviewing the various, I guess you can say the details, the terms. I just actually sent an email to Mr. Farrar asking him if he has a chance to review it and when can I get a feedback, because I said Mayor Pro Tem and the mayor is very anxious to get this moving forward this month. So the vendor is actually ready to move. They have actually their contractors, everything ready. All we need is make sure that you all agree, the mayor signs, and then presto, it's ready to go.
Mr. God, I'm a victim, but I don't know if we're using, if all of the municipalities are using the same vendor to pay these tickets and send the money to? Okay, because the one that Seat Pleasant using, you go online to try to pay your ticket, you can't pay them. So I said I was gonna bring that up to the chief to make sure, it's a pretty easy fix because I've been trying, I got a camera ticket and I've been trying to pay one for Seat Pleasant. That's the call. So, Councilwoman Chu, we need to make sure.
Got it.
So if we got other tickets that ain't been paid, make sure our portal or whatever vendor we're using to pay them through. It's, pretty easy, user friendly.
Okay.
The one that Seat Pleasant uses is not user friendly.
Got it.
Yeah, that's just my food for thought on that, on these speed cameras. And, there's something else, some money you said. I'll come back. I hear.
I just have two things.
Sure.
Just to piggyback off of Councilwoman Anderson, I actually had a resident that called me because she was frustrated that she couldn't pay her ticket. So I actually called the deputy and he told me that the information that's on the website right now in reference to paying the ticket is not correct. So he said if anybody had a problem with paying a ticket and they don't want to come in, there is information on the ticket down at the bottom that they can pay through that link or whatever, but they don't use. He said he was going to check with TA and the TA remove that information off the website because it's incorrect.
Yeah.
So
It's on
I've
your
been,
ticket.
yes, I've been telling people go to the ticket, don't use what's on the website because it's not accurate. So that's that.
That's the link that I'm using that's on the ticket, and that's why it says that hopefully we're not using the same vendor,
Oh, yeah.
because I've tried to use it, and then I've got District Heights on, it's easy peasy,
Right.
but Seat Pleasant, I can't even get in to pay the.
Yeah, I normally go directly to Seat Pleasant Randall and get tickets. But the second thing is, I know that TA Rand, you mentioned we're okay overtime because the speed camera pays that. But I still would like to see, even though our cameras are paying for certain line items, I still think that we should know those line items because even though you may have overtime may be depleted and you were moving the speed camera money to that to cover that, we still as a council need to know that that line has been depleted, even though you're moving that money over to the overtime line or whatever it is. I think we still need to know what's depleted, even though we have the money to cover it, we still need to know what's going on. So I yield.
Can I answer that? Okay, just to quantify really quickly, every time that basically we do, as the mayor says, I will make sure that, it's noted out as a resolution. And then whatever line item I move from or the amount I'll be moving for, you guys will all, understand it or where it's coming from, the details to it. And at the same time, I always, for example, have it prepared. The overtime that we basically utilize doesn't matter as a police department, administrative, or NSC. It's actually, there's a list, like who actually used what and what was the charge for it. So we can actually have a detailed breakdown if there's, need for details and so forth. But I agree with you that, if anything needs to be moved, you all have to know about it. Even though we're good, but I still need to let you guys know about it. And also the details that goes into basically who's basically charging these overtime. Does that make sense? But I have that information. In addition, per mayor's suggestion, and very good one at that, we do bank reconciliation every single month. So we know exactly what's being paid and what is not being paid. It's all ready for you guys. Anytime you guys want to look at it, feel free. But I have it from July, August, September, all the way to November, basically. It's been like basically checked because we want to make sure people are not stealing our money, right? This is the only way to sort of see if people are actually, dipping into our account, like falsified checks, right? Previously, she had several calls from Canada, remember, saying that, oh, did you sign this check? It was like for $5,000 or $6,000 a cheap, or I already know somebody from Brandywine or something like that. So we don't want that happening. So the mayor says, you know what, every single month, we need to look into the bank account to make sure that everything is correct and done correctly. So every month, that's what we do. And attached to this is all the checks and so forth. So if you all want to look at it anytime, feel free. You know, it's ready.
Oh,
Yes.
I just have one quick question. Where do we stand with our credit card? Are we okay? with
Yeah,
the
we're
credit
fine.
card? Okay.
Yeah, we're fine. We pay off monthly. We don't have any more late fees. We don't have any more basically like crazy interest rates because that was what's happening before. We just kept on paying a certain amount and then everything that was still residual and then it just kept on compounding. It's literally compounded.
You gotta get all your receipts for those charges.
Yes.
She didn't have all those receipts.
I think she
No,
does.
she didn't, 'cause she
Are
said
you
she-
sure?
no, we
I'll
didn't.
check with her tomorrow just to make sure. Okay, but I will check with her to make sure that she does have it.
Mhm. So
Okay,
she gets the card back, but she doesn't get the receipt, so she doesn't know what those charges are. for.
I understand.
It's just the bill she gets a couple of weeks later.
Okay, but we'll make sure that basically if she hasn't done it, I'll make sure that
No, she was
basically,
doing it, but she didn't press it. If they didn't give it to her.
So
she
basically,
just
yeah,
did it.
okay.
So she just would take the credit card back and not have the receipt with it.
okay, that's fine. So basically what I'll do is I'll double check and to make sure that's the case. That's not the case. And then if it is the case, we'll resolve it.
But
Okay,
now, she was, I'm saying she does have it in place. She just didn't get them and she didn't challenge that I need the receipt.
like I want it now.
Right.
Yes,
And
okay,
so we don't know where the receipts are for stuff. And you
okay,
also need kind of that stuff, if they audit, they pull stuff at
of
random.
course,
When they do, okay.
yes. And then, and as far as this, so what I'm gonna do on the next session or even before then, I'll send you guys my recommendations of what line item to be moved and so forth. If you guys are okay with it, then I'll put a resolution in place. But so far, we're looking pretty good.
What we want, you'll give us the full budget
Of course.
and I'm gonna compare it against, that's what I.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll compare it against the.
The original you had,
full
yeah,
budget,
yeah.
Where the budget numbers are now.
Of course.
And again, we would have to, she's your employee, but we do need to talk to the accountant.
Yeah, she's
But
our
what
town
I-
employee. It's not my employee. It's a town
She needs to be
employee.
able to
She
speak
works
with
for
her.
all you
She
guys.
works with the money daily.
Yeah.
You need to speak with her.
Okay. Can I just finish one thing, just to respond to Mayor? Yeah, because everything on our basically budget versus actual, whatever we agreed to originally is always on the budget line. So, so there's always a comparable. Every time I give you new fresh, you can look at what we agreed on, what we spent, and then what is remaining. So that way it's detailed. Okay.
Is it possible that we could have this information before we come to our meeting?
Yes.
On Monday?
Yes.
We can have the budget and. whatever
Yes.
other info you have.
Yes.
That way we
Yes.
Good
can
go.
Be prepared.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. Anything else, guys, before we, 9? Well, we're doing good, job.
That's Monday.
Okay. Yeah, we're coming back Monday again. You forgot?
No.
That's a heavy, Monday's a heavy schedule. I'm sorry, so it's hard. It's a lot. It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
Monday
Okay,
is a lot. We gotta fix the budget Monday, right?
No, it's not just the budget. It's the budget. TA Grin says it's important that she gives us some update on the annexation. I don't know what it is, but she says she needs,
Okay.
she's got a lot and y'all gonna have to approve whatever it is to go to the next step. So it's a lot. And then it's, then the other thing too, Kyle Reeder, said he wanted to present on the 9th. That's, what is that called? What am I trying to say? You were on the call with me. You were on the call with me. So we can reschedule that one because they have a lot of other dates. No, it's a group. It's 3 of them.
Yeah.
So Ford was on a call with me when I was called him about something else. So I know I'm off subject again, but we can reschedule that because that and it's something else. We are booked. So we can reschedule that one, because it's not like they may not even be ready, really. I don't know. Okay. Ford?
I don't know if they talked to him and I don't know about.
Okay.
Okay, Ford's gonna go.
Yeah, you have before you the organizational chart, and so we have been discussing the need for that organizational chart for some time. And I just do know that we just have the simple one, the one that we have, the mayor council. Plus we have a different departments, taking to NSC as well as police department and town administration. But within those, we do have components. And so it's very important that we are very transparent as to the structure of our government. So will you be reading?
Yes, I can read it. May I read it? She's talking about the resolution to acknowledgement, resolution 2024-16. May I read it?
Yes, ma'am.
The Town of Capitol Heights Resolution 2024-16, drafted by Council, oh, that's a typo, sorry. Councilwoman Faith Ford, introduced by Councilwoman Faith Ford and Councilman Ronald Williams, a resolution to acknowledge the current organizational structure and adopt an organizational chart. Whereas Mayor and Council, MNC, recognize the critical need for a clear and current organizational chart to ensure efficient, effective, and accountable governance. And whereas to ensure transparent and accountable governance, a well-defined organizational chart is essential for delineating lines of authority and responsibility within the municipality, while also serving as an invaluable resource for employees, residents, and stakeholders to understand the town structure. And whereas the attached organization chart, developed and collaboratively with department heads and key personnel, accurately depicts the town's current structure, departments, divisions, and personnel, and supports the town charter, code of ordinance, personnel manuals, and related resolution policies. Whereas the structure of our municipality is that of a council manager form of government, wherein the council holds legislative authority and the mayor is recognized as the head of the town government for ceremonial purposes by the courts of the state and by the governor for the purpose of military law. And whereas the mayor and council appoint several key positions, including the town administrator, who also serve as the chief financial officer and chief administrative officer, town clerk, town attorney, and chief of police. The town administrator oversees all municipal operations, including the budget, day-to-day functions, and executing council-approved directives. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the mayor and council of the town of Capitol Heights that the organizational chart attached as Exhibit A shall be the official organizational structure of the town of Capitol Heights. Be it further resolved that no changes to the town's organization structure shall be valid without public discussion and approval from the council via a resolution. Be it further resolved that only the town administrator may request changes to the organizational structure and must provide the following documents to the mayor and council: the latest council approved organization chart, memo cover summarizing proposed changes, a proposed organizational chart, detailed justification for proposed changes, including any impact on current and future resources. Be it further resolved that upon council approval of an organizational chart, the town clerk shall complete the following actions. 1, maintain an updated copy of the organizational chart. 2, post the organizational chart of the town's official website. 3, make the organizational chart available to the public upon request. This resolution shall take effect immediately. Exhibit A, attached organizational chart. Be it finally resolved that this resolution shall take effect immediately upon adoption, past this blank day of December 2024, the town of Capitol Heights by mayor and council, etc. So I don't have the chart, but I will have the chart because I'm still working on the chart. I have just a blank chart, which I can share with you with what we currently have, which I can share with you guys. You guys can modify, adjust accordingly, which I can print out. Or you would give me one day and I'll give it to you guys first thing tomorrow morning.
You need to read exactly what's in the.
Oh,
order,
sorry about that.
Because there's no way anybody can function just for ceremonial purposes only. It has duties and whatever else. in
Sure.
there.
Councilman Ford.
Councilwoman Chu.
I got the floor.
Okay,
So whatever
Continue.
that is, you need to.
Read it.
Read what exactly.
Got
is in
it.
the Charter, because if I'm just ceremony, that mean I only go to public events.
this was,
Whatever the charter defines, it is a paragraph in there. It is ceremonial purposes, but it's a paragraph in there.
okay, this was
I know.
Councilman
No,
Ford.
no, I'm just saying, I know you said you, whatever. So read the exact words in there. Councilman Ford, you got it. You got the charter there, right? You'll bring it up real quick.
But as to this right here, this resolution, it's primarily dealing with the structure of our town and the type of government. It's not going into details of all of the responsibilities that council, mayor and council has. It's just giving the bare minimum, but enough needed for our residents to know exactly how our organization is structured. So was it, pardon me if there wasn't any offense taken by you, but there was not any offense intended. That is primarily what our charter states. And there goes along with other duties that as we, deem.
But this is a draft, we're 5 minutes, we're reviewing it, so that's, I'm just putting my comment in.
I agree.
It's written well, but that's just,
And Councilmember
so
Amanda.
I didn't take any offense.
Yeah.
I like, clarity. Okay. Do you?
I yield.
She was first.
It sounds like the charter. I felt like she was reading the charter, and I'm kind of confused because this sounds exactly like the charter. So why would we do a resolution for a charter? I don't understand it.
Organization.
Yeah, but this is but the language in here is literally the charter.
You should support
This is,
everything we do.
yeah, but we wouldn't write a resolution for the charter. It doesn't make sense. Everything that was read in here, and I'm just listening to it, is in our charter. So to me, I feel like, and it's just my opinion. It's just my opinion. I mean, if you looking for, I don't know, structure, maybe we can show, like you said, a map where we have 14 police officers in the police department, 5 people in NSD, 3 people in public works. The town is made up of these, whatever. I don't know. But when I read this, I feel like I'm reading the charter again. And that's just how I feel. Because if we're going to structure it as an org chart, then it should be an org chart. But this is actually our charter. I yield.
Councilman Amanda?
I was gonna ask if we could see where we are with the chart, the organizational chart. I know T said that she wants to continue working on it.
I can give you a copy of what we currently have.
Could you?
See what we
Yes.
currently have, so we can have a discussion.
No problem.
And I think overall, I don't necessarily agree that I read the charter in this. I think what I read in this is just giving an organizational structure and putting it as official and giving us the it's what I see that's doing is so that we don't have any questions. It just makes it clear and concise, and it makes it official. I do like the part where if it was going to change, that would have to be made known to the mayor and council, and there would have to be justification for the proposed changes. So I think that's smart. So I yield.
Okay. Councilman Anita?
I understand the necessity for this, because I have been asking for a org chart for months. And it has not come to fruition, so this will perhaps push it to the front of the line. In doing the resolution, sometimes you do have to reference what is stated in our charter, because some people do not use the charter or reference the charter or know the charter. So I don't see this as our charter, but it's just pulling out key points and highlighting them so we can get this organization chart. We should have one. We should have had one for a while now. No shade though to you, sir, but we need that. I yield.
Thank you. We're done. We're going into 10 minutes. It's supposed to be 5 minutes.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, no. Go ahead. You want to say something? And
Yeah,
then we'll
just-
go to the next one.
Yeah, just want to make sure that I give clarity, and if we want to, I do apologize. I thought you were finished.
No shade. I yield.
I just, the mayor started talking, so
I know, because she always do that, but she's turning me.
Okay, you interrupt the meeting. Let's not go there.
Okay.
Go ahead, Councilman.
So, according to section 218, the mayoral powers and duties, what I did was summarize, like I said, but I can read it now in detail. And if you wanted to drop that in here, we can do it in some way. I'll just summarize it. Sure. And add maybe 1 or 2 sentences.
Okay.
Now, the one that's not in here, because it is dealing with
Yes, put your specs on.
So small. It says, the mayor, I'm reading section again, this is.
No, that was the man. The man said she's not sounding.
Yeah, I love my paper, but it's Article 1, Section 2. I'll have
Okay.
the computer with me.
Don't worry about it.
Section 218, the mayor shall be recognized as the head of the town government for all ceremonial purposes by the courts for serving civil process and by the governor for the purpose of military law. The mayor shall execute all ordinances passed by the mayor and council. The mayor shall have such other powers and perform such other duties as may be prescribed by this charter or as may be required of the office of the mayor and council, not inconsistent with this charter. The mayor shall appoint a council member to serve as mayor pro tem, who in the absence of the mayor shall exercise all the powers provided to the mayor by the charter, ordinance, or any other law, resolution, or regulation. In the event that mayor pro tempore is unable to serve, the next senior member of the council shall serve as mayor pro tempore. All persons, not including the mayor and council, taking and subscribing to oath of office provided in section 901 of this charter shall do so before the mayor. Those are.
Thank you for that.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, let's go to the next one. Remember, this is a draft, so we just want to look at it as a draft. And that's why she said she wanted a reading, so we wouldn't have to go all in public and do all this. So this, it's a reading. So we'll go to the next one.
Okay.
I'll read the next one.
Thank you. Yeah.
Again, it's work in progress. but I'll take care of it. Thank you.
Okay, we got some, we got some. We got a documentation.
Okay, so I'm reading the next one. Yes, town, the town of Cap,
Did
sorry,
you want to say anything about this?
Oh, this is the organization.
Did y'all want to talk? about
that's the org chart.
Yeah, so this is the organizational chart.
She has the
And this
floor.
is very brief. Again, Chair, Williams and myself would talk with her TA as she speaks to HR person, but we were also looking for, some names and
Yes, of course.
positions. And that goes along with what was
That's fine.
discussed.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. But I appreciate this because this is so much more than what's online currently.
Yeah, okay.
Councilman Chu,
You.
Are you?
when you were in the org chart, because the name changes, you don't put names.
No, I'm not gonna put
I didn't
names on
say
here.
Position.
She said names. She
I
said
thought
names.
I said position.
No, she said
But-
Okay.
names.
I'm sorry. It was
I yield.
position.
We can do like
Position
two parts to this. We can do one part that's like, with just the title, no names and so forth, just like an organizational structure. And the other one is actually internal, which basically shows who's where and where it goes where. So it's one external, one internal.
So we line up with our, well, I'm okay. What was done by HR, I think, it was shared with you, briefly. If I'm not mistaken, TA, Chair, we did share this briefly. This was the structure and, the pay structure.
Yeah.
At least also. It was giving us the position titles and the different levels as well as their salary rate. Right, so
Did you?
that will also help out with, whenever we're, boarding someone, we're looking at the experiences and we will look at this. It's not no guessing out of the air and say, okay, I want this person to earn this or that. It's like very detailed, the level of experience we're looking for and, responsibilities they will be doing.
So you're
Lining up
saying,
with that pay scale.
so he's doing that or you've already have
This
that?
was something that was done by our previous HR.
Okay.
Right, and so mayor and council had discussed this briefly. Can't recall, if we had approved this, and we were in transition.
Okay,
I'm not
so-
sure We finalized it.
No, yeah.
I know we finalized it for, to have the pay raises, and it was based on this information. But, I'm not sure we formally, but we did, like I said, approve the pay raises that was based on this. So, so this is the document that we would kind of be working with. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank
Okay.
you.
Yes, sure.
Yeah, sure. You can just look at it.
Okay.
Okay.
TA Red,
Yes.
the next one.
Okay, I'm ready. The Town of Capitol Heights Resolution 2024-15, introduced by Council Member Faith Ford. Resolution to establish a task tracker for the mayor and council. Whereas the mayor and council, MNC, are committed to transparency and accountability, and whereas effective monitoring of MNC actions, items, and planned activities ensure efficient completion and facilitates proper discussion, and whereas a tracking system will centralize and monitor initiatives, enhance communication, and promote transparency. Now, therefore, be it resolved that MNC recognize the need for a task tracking system and mandates the return to use the task tracker. Be it further resolved that the task tracker system shall be Excel-based and managed by the town administrator / town clerk. The file should capture the following data and store it on the MNC shared drive as read-only. A, date initiated. B, initiator. C, action type -- brief description. D, assigned to. E, meeting date. F, effective date. G, council action. H, tracking number. I, status / notes. Be it further resolved that a mayor and council direct the implementation of a tracking system that shall be the primary source for developing meeting agendas. Be it further resolved that an agenda item titled Task Tracker Update shall be included on the agenda for every MNC meeting. Be it further resolved that all action items and planned activities / events requiring council approval shall be recorded in the MNC Task Tracker to allow timely notice for open discussion in compliance with the Open Meeting Act. Appropriate deliberation / vote by council and accurate recording for public record. In the case of emergency, follow emergency protocol. Be it further resolved that the town administrator is directed to complete the following action plan and send a recommendation report to MNC by January 3rd, 2025. Research and recommend a more suitable tracking system, including any related costs. And 2, ensure the tracking system is accessible, secure, and has reporting capabilities. And 3, provide training and support to backup staff on new task tracking system. Be it further resolved that in the meantime, the town administrator will review previous task trackers and determine the most suitable for immediate use and notify mayor and council of the share file location for reviewing purpose by December 9th. Be it finally resolved that the resolution shall take effect upon adoption. Past this blank date of December 2024, the town of Capitol Heights by mayor and common council, Amanda Anderson, council member, Anita Anderson, council member, Latonia Chu, Mayor Pro Tem, Faith T. Ford, council member, Victor L. James Sr., council member, Ronald L. Williams Sr., council member, attest, Linda D. Monroe, mayor. I certify as the duly appointed town administrator of the town of Capitol Heights, Maryland, that on this blank date of December 2024, with blank ayes votes and blank nay votes, that aforesaid resolution passed. Joy Wren, town administrator. Thank you. That was a
mouthful.
yes. I was just gonna
I'll
say.
open the floor because I'm just curious, this is not a challenge. A tracker, why do we have a resolution for a tracker? Can you say, no, just, no, I'm, because it's an administrative function. So we're going, and I don't mean to be sarcastic, just a question. Are we gonna have a tracker for the filing system, for the keeping the personnel records? I mean, we're gonna have a tracker in place, so, and I don't mean to sound sarcastic or facetious, but I don't see the logic of having a resolution for an administrative and a personnel function that supports us as mayor and council. I yield.
Thanks for your inquiry and your wanting to know or have further clarification. My reason for bringing forth this resolution is just so that we ensure that we are consistent with using the tracker, and that we not only use the tracker, that we also reference the tracker when we're doing our agenda, so we can keep on track. It will help us to complete what it is we set forth to do, or other council members set forth to the table. So that's the purpose of the tracker. That's the purpose we wanted to bring forth the resolution, to make it official, to make it a part of our practice.
Councilwoman Chu.
I yield.
I'm in agreement with the mayor. I don't think we should be putting resolutions in place for administrative documents. I think that it would be a good idea to put it in the mayor and council, rules, or we can put it somewhere in the mayor and council rules, but not a resolution. I'm not in agreement with a resolution, but I would like that to be added to the mayor and council rule, that we abide by the tracker in our rules, but not as a resolution. I yell.
Councilwoman Anita.
Councilwoman Amanda?
Anita.
Anita. Did you say Councilwoman Amanda? I heard her, my brain heard Amanda. I'm serious. Then
Look
first,
at that, Amanda.
is that what it was? Forgive me. Councilwoman Anita.
I'm not gonna say I'm against the tracker or this resolution. And I say that only because we've started this once, and we've started it 3 times since we've been in office, and we fall by the wayside. I think, my thoughts, that putting it in a resolution kind of holds us more accountable in doing and sticking to it. But, yeah, that's my thought. I mean, we, even though some resolutions that we put forward, some people still don't abide by them or do what they're supposed to do with their resolutions. So that's the law.
Councilman Chu.
You yield?
Yes, I have to, since you
I'm gonna-
done jumped the ball down. Yeah, I
No,
yield.
no, I'm saying, do you stop?
I yield.
We're gonna pause and we're gonna sit here.
I gotta think. Y'all choosing me,
I'm not,
gawking at me over in one eye, but I'm good.
you was a dead silence, so I said, well,
I
you
yield.
yield.
I yield. The hours delayed.
Okay, Chu, I have to go to Councilman Amanda because you had this, Councilman Amanda, because you had a turn. Now go back, Councilman Amanda.
I don't see any harm in putting this as a resolution. I do think it provides clarity, keeps us on one accord with what would be expected from a tracker so that it would eliminate us interpreting and questioning it differently. But I also am supportive of including this into the mayor and council rules, but that would need to be amended in by a resolution anyway. So it would come forth as a resolution to do that, to be amended into the rules. So that's my input. I yield.
That's what I was saying when I
And,
paused me.
Councilwoman Chu.
No, what I was saying was, we did have, I just wanted to reiterate, we did have the tracker, Councilwoman Anita. But what happened was our previous TA stated that the rolling agenda would be better than the tracker. And that's when the rolling agenda was introduced instead of using the tracker.
And we still didn't vote. Councilwoman Anita.
You got it.
Okay. Well,
And you had a turn.
when I got
You have
some.
a turn. Let me see if
Okay.
Ron,
Now, we use a tracker, it has split dates, and pops up. with the
No.
person.
do you have any comments?
I don't have a comment with tracker, I have a problem with tracker, I yield,
Okay.
yeah, we use.
No, it's not a
It's
problem
not a
with the
problem with
tracker.
tracker.
She's saying a resolution for the tracker.
Yeah.
Okay, so go back to you, Councilman Anita.
When I paused, that's what I was going to say, but some people threw me off my train of thought. But, again, I do agree that it should be put in the mayor and council rules. And, yes, we are absolutely right. Our previous TA did the rolling agenda. Nevertheless, again, as I said earlier, we still fell off on that too. So I think holding our feet back to the fire, because we had a couple weeks ago, we came up with stuff we want to try to complete before this administration ends. And I think that would definitely keep us on track in trying to complete those. Well, I must commend us. We did very well tonight in trying to finish this personnel manual. So I don't see a problem with the resolution myself, putting this in the mayor and council rules as well.
Yeah.
I yield.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to court, but I want to say that First of all, everything on that rolling agenda was covered. I referenced that. I told you all that several times. So I take it personal when it said we did not finish that tracker, because everything on that rolling agenda, I have put on the council agenda. That is straight up. You all have the rolling agenda. Don't just say things. Reference that. Let me speak. What's on there, you will see. Everything on Beverly's, the one that I inherited, was covered. Everything on there, including what's that people? Pinrose, Argos, all that stuff was on there. Everything was on there covered. Your sustainability, everything on that agenda, the rolling thing was covered. Now, Jason, during the former administration, he had 80 items. I have it because it's in my history on the emails and the web. I can send you that one for the former administration. It's 80, that I thought it was never going to end. There was 80 items and it looked like none of them were ever completed. I don't know that now, but it was it was really a rolling one because I had to scroll forever. It was about 80 items. So I'm saying a resolution and whatever you want to do, but I will tell you my only concern, I will support it because like I told you, I call it the tickler file. I don't have a problem with it, is you cannot use that as your primary source because things happen. No town operates like that. You would have to use that as a source. I agree with you, but not always as your primary source because things happen. No town functions and said, we can't do anything unless it's on the tracker. We can't have anything in our meeting unless it's on the tracker. That makes no sense because things come up every week that you have to discuss. Legislation is not stationary. That's the way it rolls, but I support you. I support you on that though, but I'm just saying that one thing.
So Councilman Ford?
Yes, ma'am.
Thanks for your input, thanks for your feedback. I did hear it. I will include within the resolution that it be added to our mayor and council procedures, and I will look at the procedures to see where it will be a good fit. On Monday. Also, in terms of the rolling agenda, just had topics. It didn't have any type of completion. It didn't have it didn't have any information on there. It was just your months and it was your topic. And that's what the rolling agenda entailed. Not only that, the rolling agenda, we did not complete some of the stuff on the rolling agenda because the emergency plan was on the rolling agenda since then. That was on the rolling agenda. And so it got dropped. And so now we're revisiting it now. So everything was not addressed on the rolling agenda. So I do appreciate the support you all reading the resolution. I will present it on our next meeting.
Okay.
With the added change that included in the mayor council.
Okay, so I think this went well. Everybody have your information, be prepared so we don't keep going around and around and around. Are you going to put it out for an actual first reading in a public session? Because this is not considered a first reading. So you want to let me finish. Lord Jesus, excuse me for saying that. Y'all just jump. It's annoying. It's annoying. What I'm saying is you just want to do it as a first reading and take it to a vote. That was my question.
Yeah, we presented it
It's
for.
fine. That's okay. You want to do a first read or one reading, doesn't matter. Because you can do two readings, or you can just do one on a resolution and you can vote. Are we good with that?
I'm not,
For
okay,
Monday.
I'm not understanding what you mean when you say two readings. Maybe it's unclear on my part.
Ordinance is two reading. Resolution, you can do a first and second, but you can just do one. You can do one reading and vote.
So,
That's all I'm asking.
yeah, just presenting it on Monday.
I'm fine. I just want to know what you want to do. Now we'll make sure it's on, we got her on the agenda, right? We're gonna, I think those two are gonna be on there too. You want both of them on there?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna knock it out. Okay.
So on this,
I'm sorry, what was it?
Councilwoman Lee,
Yes, ma'am.
can I ask a question? For you?
Mhm.
What is the status of us getting a lead code enforcement officer?
We're off subject. Well, we're off subject. No, we're off subject. I'm trying to do what's right at the meetings. Because our meetings last so long. So I'm just saying, okay, but T.A. Ren, you heard that. You know.
yes, I did.
She heard it, so we good. She heard it. And the personnel guy heard it. So we good.
Next,
Oh, can I get a motion to adjourn this meeting?
we have another item on the agenda.
Oh, my God.
Senior staff evaluation form.
Oh, yeah. Okay, can we get the form? Because we want to do this in December. We want to do this at the right timing.
I'm sorry, Mayor.
No, you're not. You do it all the time.
No, I don't.
Look like, I'm sorry, Mayor. I'm sorry, Mayor.
Well, it wasn't just me, you too.
I know,
Okay.
both of y'all.
Okay, so,
Mr. Green. I didn't know you were waiting. I'm so sorry. I should have- I apologize. I forgot about that.
I have to go too, because I have to drop somebody
I'm so
off.
Sorry. Yeah. Bye,
Sorry
George.
about that.
Bye.
No, because I need to do this and lock it down, and I have to turn off this thing. No, but I still have to stop the recording and everything else. Yes, yes.
Thank you. Mr. Green, my reason for saying, let's look at this, let's give us, do we have copies, Joy? Everybody got a copy to take with them?
What? Of
Okay,
what?
Remember I said we need copies of the personnel evaluation form? Do we have copies?
The old one, remember I told
We
you?
need copies of it. That's what the purpose of, we didn't need you here. I mean, I'm sorry you had to wait. I didn't know that. You were waiting for that?
Yeah, it was.
Well, what we need to understand with you and the chair of the personnel committee is, with the form, we don't want it to be the way it was done last time, where you throw out the low scores and keep the high ones. We want all the scores evaluated properly, as we call it. I know what you did, but that created a problem with the council last time. So we want, if we're using the same form, we need to say we are, and we need to be able to get the form. I was trying to get it tonight, so y'all can look at it, think about it, whatever, but we need to be ready to get a date in December to do their evaluations. And I need a refresher on looking at the form, to me. I thought,
Councilwoman Shu,
can we come up with another way of recognizing? I will look at everybody and do like most municipalities do, like this or something like this. Because when you're talking, it kind of throws off the thought when you, we got to come up with another way. I'll just stop. Councilwoman Chu.
oh, no, no. Well, I was just gonna tell you, man, everybody should already have a copy of it. Oh, you don't have it?
You know I got
Because we
too
have
much
it
stuff.
electronically. Councilwoman Amanda sent out the revised copy, and we all did it and printed it out and had to bring it in.
I did mine manually. I printed it out. Councilwoman Amanda, is that too much to ask you to resend it?
Councilmember Maitland?
Yeah.
I yield.
I did not, I watched the video of the last meeting, so I'm going off of what I saw in the meeting. Councilman Williams gave out the evaluation form.
Oh,
I did not touch that evaluation form. You gave it out to us and we returned it back to
Picked it up,
you.
I thought I picked it up.
And then
I'm sorry,
you-
please stop
You
talking.
collaborated with Mr. Green. So this last round of evaluation, I didn't partake in
I
any,
thought she
other than give-
modified the sheet.
Okay, one.
Oh,
Who-
okay.
Go
Not
ahead,
the
you
last
had
one,
to
no.
know.
I yield. Okay, I
You yield to
yield.
Councilwoman?
Sorry, I was wrong. I yield.
So what I'm saying is I don't have it. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, he said.
So I can send the
What's the
last
rule? Go ahead,
version,
sir.
I can send the last version. to everyone.
So we have it, we can print it out, and we can see this is what we are doing, we're going to use. So there's no excuse when they said, we said, we got to get it in. And if I may, for clarification purposes to everybody, I'll just ask quickly, just so everybody can answer when they're talking. Can you let us know if we're just doing input this time? And just doing input really and giving it to him? And then she'll take the input, whoever the supervisor, for the chief, and then you will do the final thing with your stuff. I'm just saying that.
No, you don't point.
Councilwoman. I was first.
She was.
I was.
Oh, my God.
But I just wanted to say, we talked about the chief, but we also have to evaluate the TA. So shouldn't we have we should have a separate evaluation for the TA, because we can't evaluate the TA off of the chief's evaluation. So we need a separate TA, a separate
you.
evaluation for the TA. I yield.
I got you. Councilwoman Anita, you're next.
In
Councilwoman
accordance
Anita.
to, if my recollection is correct, When we changed it last time, the last evaluation, Councilman Williams changed it so we can evaluate them based on what their performance plan with the different points in their evaluation. So if that is the case, like if we had one sub point, how many times he jumped over a fence, then we gotta be able to evaluate him on that. If that was one of his goals that he had to meet, if we had a goal jumping over the fence, you exceed expectation if you do 5, or you meet expectations, you do 5, you exceed expectations if you did 10, you jumped over the fence 10 times. So that's based on what he did, when Councilman Williams revised it last time. So, and the same thing would apply with the TA's evaluation, because you're absolutely right, we can't evaluate her on Chief's stuff, what he did. So whatever their evaluation, their performance plan say they're supposed to be doing to meet, that's what we got to. And I thought that's how the last evaluation was when Councilman Williams did. So Councilman Williams did do it, and he worked with Mr. Green. Councilwoman Amanda did not do it. She did the first 2. And then we changed it last year.
Councilman Ford?
And I better hurry up. Yeah,
No, I'm trying to go, because we
I know.
can't stick on the topic too long.
Right quick, Mayor. Thank
Yes, sir.
you. Mr. Green and Mayor Pro Tem. Waiting to come.
Wait
But she
for
had
it.
an
My shade don't show up.
She had an emergency.
I know.
We won't have the meeting, and
No,
Councilman
she's
Green,
emergency.
can you share with them?
So
I mean, Mr. Green, can you share? with
In the
their
meeting,
council
what I propose.
Wait, it's too many, I hear voices
Uh-huh.
here. Okay, you
I
yielding,
yield
sir?
to Mr. Green.
Mr. Green?
So in our discussion today, what I recommended is that since there was so much debate about using the last format, especially for like TA's evaluation, like we do like an executive summary of performance, and really highlight those areas where she outperforms in those performance categories. And if there are any categories that, let's just say there are still some performance gaps, then we indicate all of that in a performance executive summary, as opposed to using the format that we used last time.
Okay, see, you giving the council something to think about. You yield, sir, for Councilwoman Ford?
Right? Are you?
Thank you. I was looking at the last one, and so the last one was pretty much, it was similar because it was more general, saying the basic skill set of the individual position. But then toward the end of it is when we started to be more specific in terms of the objectives in the contract. So, and I think doing it that way, we kind of touch base on both areas that's needed. The basis of what's needed for the position will be put out there, right, for the position, and also what we expect based on the contract year to year, what we expect for you to do, because those are more specific or detailed checks. So that's why I was just looking at it last year. I think it was fine last year, the way it was done, but it was just a calculation of the evaluation rating. Yeah.
Okay, you yield? You
I
yield?
do.
Thanks, Mayor. And also, if you rate an individual 5, justify why you gave that 5. If you rate it 1, justify also why you put that 1. I yield.
Okay. Mr. Green?
So that I'm clear, we're going to continue to use the old format. It's just as mayor and council provides their feedback, we're not going to provide a rating. Right?
No, we're doing feedback, because,
Right.
excuse me, I was rude.
You're providing just feedback only, but you're not providing any rate. And based on how you rate, you need to be able to substantiate the rating by putting verbiage along with the rating. Right?
Correct.
Councilmember Vanda?
You done?
I'm sorry. I hear.
Councilman Neely, you raise your hand again?
thank you, man. Okay, so I'm glad we're back on track, that we're using the same format, because this is what we talked about last week.
Yes.
It's, it's too late in the game, man, talking about changing stuff up, that's not fair to them. So as long as we back on that, and we'll have ratings as far as, now, if we want to change it, I do suggest that we want to change it going forward. Councilman Ford and Councilman Williams, you all know the format we use by the government, maybe perhaps use that same type of exceed expectation and have the numbers.
That's what's on there, yeah.
And so we could have that going forward based on from their performance plan. And that could be used for all employees. There's no misconception, no room for marginal errors or whatever. We'll get the numbers, the scoring comes out fine. But that's what I suggest. I yield.
Okay, I'm gonna go to Councilwoman Amanda, and then I'm going to ask to have a motion to close the floor, but I will let Mr. Green close up with what we're gonna do, if that's okay. Councilwoman Amanda.
I'm confused because I am hearing we're not rating, we're giving input, but I'm also hearing we are rating, and if you give a 5 or a 1, you give input. Do you see, is anyone else confused by this? I'm very confused. So I want us, if we owe it to ourselves to have clarity now today, what we are moving forward are, when I hear rating, I think of numbers. When I hear input, I don't think of numbers. I think of comments. So are we doing one or the other of both? I do.
Councilman.
Good question. She was the last one. I'm going to him, but I will make you the last one. We've got to end it. Okay. Councilwoman Ford.
And I was just saying, I'm gonna pass this around. This is the form we last used. It has numbers. It has 1 through 5. It has starting from the poor all the way to outstanding. Also, at the end of it are the objectives where we will put comments based on what they have in contract. Right, so it's both.
That's right.
It's both.
It's both.
I'm gonna pass this around. Do you want?
Can we use it?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
definitely.
that's what we,
That's what we use last time.
That's exactly what we use.
yeah, that's it.
Thank you, Councilwoman Ford.
That's-
Yes,
If
ma'am.
you exceed, you gotta say why you exceeded.
Okay. So you?
I yield.
Okay. So where we are is too late in the game, as Councilwoman Anita saying. We need to stick with the form. We can go to we can go to another session and you can chair us on the meeting, how you think we should do better the next year,
Okay.
right?
Sounds
Can we
good.
just stick to what we got now? Okay,
Yeah.
all right, thanks,
Okay.
everybody. That's what you're saying.
Okay, so
Can you close us out?
I thought you said.
Mr. Green, you want to say anything in closing?
no,
Okay, can I get a motion to close this meeting?
So move to close this meeting. Second.
Second, any nays?
No.
Okay, the meeting is adjourned at 10:05.
That's good. Yeah, we're not.
This is what
Very good.
Well, that is
You're
what
good?
I did.
That's what-
yes.
So this
It's an hour and 5 minutes over.
Okay, consider our track record is real good and all the stuff we done.
So 12, 1 o'clock? No,
Well, we can get that.
no, but I'm saying, I'm trying to go by, really, other municipalities, because I've been visiting.